me something good. Auto regen.
But yeah, seriously though, definitely having.
What's the end of the computer over there? There's a wall coming, so get prepared to run.
Run away, run away, run away.
No boots.
I got a mech behind me. Big boy.
Only does for like 35. Yeah.
What was that?
It doesn't go out of their mech. Well, it's a bot.
I dropped something.
Yeah.
You dropped the ball.
I dropped the bottle.
You get out of the storm.
Oh, chainmail bracelet.
So the red one I think I was working on is done. I'm working on a new one as we speak.
Cool.
Ah, come on.
Gonna need to know a price, Misty, so I can my budget.
I will let you know. I
Okay.
gotta see which one you like. I'll post in Dobbs Discord the three that the plus
In front of
the
us,
one I'm
mech
Ah,
working
I'm
on.
an idiot.
on the
Okay.
lake.
Whenever you have time.
I'm trying to get out of this stupid shit here.
You turn the mech and just fly out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
I will be right back. I'm gonna grab a drink.
You do that.
I got 2 mechs in front of me, 3 mechs in front of me.
I don't remember how to fucking transform this thing, that's the problem. Yeah, I'm fucked right now.
Try your best, man. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. I'm sorry guys, I fucked myself here. I'm gonna try and fix this real quick.
I hate that.
This mech can't fly, that's a stupid thing.
Are you using the Fox one or?
Well, I mean, that's a good thing too, because technically you don't need
I don't know what this one's called.
Just try to hit the jump pads or something, that's all I can say.
Yeah.
Find the door.
Are you?
Behind you, Doc, or Beast, behind you.
What are you looking at? Over.
I found a jump portal thing.
Fucking around shooting a goddamn snowman. I should have transformed into my mech once you said that.
Just turn around, that's all you had to do.
Just a second too late.
Just turn around and shoot, that's all you had to do. Heal.
Go ahead and skip the ice.
Try to wait for dubs here.
I don't need to
As best as we can, we hear shots coming from that way. Make sure all your shit's reloaded.
I got metallic, but I don't have like.
Oh.
No, I do not have pure paint. I do have like.
Oh, the legendary sparkle blaster.
Probably after this, I'll probably.
Give me the fucking loot, damn it, in the chest.
Make it more like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely.
Back behind us.
Let me see if I can get you into my stream.
I have no line of sight. Reloading, mech
Go ahead
down.
and say
Watch
something
where they
for me real
went.
quick.
West.
Yep, you're here.
Yo.
We landed on the road.
Alright, let's see what we can get into here.
.285 on the road, one's on the bridge. By the pillar. Yep, get him good.
Where the fuck did he even
He's
go?
right there.
Okay, what's some lighting in the background for me now? It's like that. It's, I can actually see your VTuber actually better.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
You couldn't see it as well before?
No, because I was watching on my phone. It's like that, and the lighting at the time was like what 11, so like my room's like kind of dark.
Oh,
Because of all the currents like that. No, it's looking pretty solid now.
It's okay. It's not too bad. I think that I want to come up with making like some different versions, maybe different hairstyles, different clothing and stuff like that. I'll experiment with making clothing at some point, but for now, This'll do the job.
You get like a whole like Supreme kit going on.
Honestly, it was not that hard to do. It took me. I just did it. It took a couple hours yesterday. I watched a video on how to do it. I think the hardest part was programming in the facial expressions. So, like, when I squint my eyebrows, he's supposed to get angry, and he's not. There he goes. Ah.
There you go. Okay.
Let's see here. My mouse, please. See. Oh, don't make that face.
I definitely will be checking out by today as well to see how we get like the joint stream going on.
Yeah, for sure. I need to get that checked out immediately. Let's see.
Oh man, that's gonna look hella weird without the eyes. No, unless I pull out my marker and just do without it.
Yeah.
Because technically, I don't need, because the only thing is I don't want to cover the lenses. I only need to cover the black. Just grab a marker.
I think I need to calibrate this thing fast. Calibrate. Go. Phew. You know, sometimes I wish that they didn't concentrate on the artwork and they didn't try and cram this many instructions here. Sometimes. But then you look at the kit and it's like, okay, there's only like 4 runners here. So it can't be that bad.
Yeah, to put everything on just like the first page.
Right.
No, you know what I struggle with the book? Is when you're building the body and the head, and then it gets to the guns right away.
Wait, what kit do you know that does that? I haven't had a kit do that yet.
It's the old kits and the RX-79 kit that I just built. It went straight to the guns. I was like, what?
Wait, huh? You know,
that's the arms.
Sometimes though, I will say that sometimes, like if I'm really excited about a kit, I will build the weapons first. I don't know. It kind of gets me excited for the build.
Because it's funny that most of the time, like there's like a certain order for like how it should be built and stuff like that, and to see how it goes towards the direction of build the gun first. I'm like, oh, okay.
Can you see my stream right now on my screen?
Yeah, I can see your stream.
You see this right here? Watch this.
Are you doing something with the plastic wrap or?
You can't hear anything, can you?
Oh, no, I just kind of turn off the volume because I was talking to you on this one. Oh, I can hear you.
No, I mean, can you hear the plastic?
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's right next to the mic. And I crunch it. That's the NVIDIA broadcast works really good.
That's nice. See, I just kind of assumed that you wanted some ASMR action going on.
Wow. This is definitely an older kit. I can tell.
Was it Jesta?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crap.
And B2 is going to put it in here. Not DC yet.
Yeah, it's way much better.
What's better?
No, I added the Gundam marker instead, so it was it still showed like the lime yellow in the eyes,
Oh yeah.
and just like painted the black instead of like actually putting on the sticker.
Yeah.
See that right there.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, it's like for me, it's like personally, I'll find a way to not use stickers if I could. If I'm forced to, then I will. But
Yeah, if I can somehow like find a way to like, I need to get more paints. I probably should stop buying so many kits, and I should probably buy some other tools.
yeah, because if you can't really get your hands on like those like air compressors and all that stuff for air spraying, honestly, you can pick up like those Gundam. I think it was airbrush system from Gundam makers.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see that, and I was unsure. I could have bought that at the time. I just didn't want to because I didn't want to buy something that I was gonna immediately replace. And I felt like that was just like a tool that's a really easy way to get your foot in the door with airbrushing, but it's not really something that you would use long term.
Yes, yeah. It's just like good. It's like a good budget way to actually getting things started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, for a lot of people that really do have a lot of interest in using Gundam markers anyways, it's a good thing because not only do you save money, but you get to use a lot of the Gundam markers that you already have.
Yeah.
So that's another thing too. Because I know a lot of people would rather use Gundam markers over acrylic paint or hand brushing.
Really?
Yeah, there's some people that do prefer that. It's like that. I think it's just like comes down to preference and all stuff,
Yeah.
which is like it's totally fine. But obviously, for advanced work and stuff like that, it will cost some money. I mean, if
This
you make it
build
work,
is going to be a polycap nightmare. I can already tell.
It's gonna happen at some point.
And the first part right away is a PC part. How does that happen?
But that kid has like a kajillion PC parts on.
Yeah, it's got a lot.
Yeah, those eyes looks good. It's nice because I got gold Gundam marker and red metallic red Gundam marker. So like, I'm not gonna even put it on like that. You know where the waist is at for the RX-78? It has like that. It has like that V shape in there as well. I'm not sure you can see that right here.
I can see both streams. Yeah, go ahead.
It's down here.
Yeah, that one right there in the middle.
Yeah, I'm gonna replace that with a Gundam marker as well, so I don't need to use it. So literally, I'm not gonna use like 98% of the freaking stickers, even though there's only like 4 stickers in there.
Yeah. I think I actually have a yellow I can paint because my kit has a similar sticker, except for instead of red and yellow, mine's gray and yellow on the Jesta. I think I do have a yellow paint. I should just do it with I think I have a yellow marker, a Gundam marker.
That should work, yeah.
All right, so let's talk about something here. What is the build that really just tested every single bit of patience you've had?
Every single bit of patience. Oh, okay. I think I got one. Hold on. Let's see here. Because I do have. Oh, my Master Grade 7 swords.
Master Grade 7 sword?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got that for my birthday, $100 kit, and I swear to God, they gave me a shit ton of stickers, man. I'm over here like, and the thing is, the instructions clearly says you can use either one depending on what you want. One would be for lighting and illumination, and the second one would be just regular vinyls, regular decals. And the thing about those is the way how you have to pass it on correctly, so the LED will shine perfectly and effectively.
Oh man.
For a Master Grade. I'm like, I don't have time for this shit. I just want to build this.
I think the new Gundam Verka made me cry. I mean, I had to walk away from that kit a couple of times. And then like give myself 10, 15, 20 minutes and then walk back in and finish it, because like there are just moments, and I don't know what it is. There are just moments when it just becomes a hand grenade. It will hold together just fine. It's up on the desk right now. It's great. It's up there. It's built. I can grab it right now. Not a single piece will fall off. But for some reason, there are just some moments when you go to pose it, things just start falling off.
Damn. Sounds bad, man.
And then on top of that, the backpack from Rage Nucleon. The backpack from Rage Nucleon it's not Bandai, right? So it doesn't fit 100%, but the mechanism that the new Gundam comes with to combine the backpack and how it slots onto the stand, right? And then how the Gundam kind of all sandwiches together this weird way. It doesn't just clip on.
Yeah.
And it just makes it just so painful. $23.
Alright, and the head is complete. Yeah, if I finish this, what time is it right now? 8:16, I'll probably finish it by 10. So I think I set up my time as well. I think I'm doing 5 to 12.
So 5 to 12 is going to be your normal build time?
Yeah. I think 5 is a good enough time to really set up and all that stuff.
That's a 7-hour day. Are you trying to finish the kit every day at the end of every stream?
No, I'll be probably doing like a half build, it's like that,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll probably be doing like something else, because like I said, I will be streaming like Monster Hunter Rise and all that stuff too.
Yeah.
So I'll probably be doing that.
I mean, that's what I do too. Like I said, like I will just do what I can for that stream, that session, right? But I'm always streaming something else during the week, so I only really touch a kit. I want to have it set to where I touch a kit once a week. Okay,
Yeah.
so like today I'm building the Jesta, but I'm gonna build later on this week, but it's not gonna be the Jesta. It'll probably be the Sengoku, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that. And so what I'll do is I'll make Tuesday nights Jesta night until it's done. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, definitely streaming like, I'm thinking like 4 days a week and like that. 4 or 5. I definitely don't want to stream on the weekends.
Why not the weekends?
Too many family stuff happens time, and usually I kind of reserve my Sundays for like friend hangouts and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I personally for me too. I usually go around other people's times. It's like they're better than my own time. So
Yeah.
like, and they usually typically take the time to go on like pretty much have a day off on Sundays for work and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sundays for the boys. Oh, dude, this extended though. Man, that minigun really does pop out in this kit. I was like, you know, screw the gun. I didn't even build the other guns that came with that. I just got the minigun ready to go.
I see you didn't even build the backpack.
No, I mean it was a parachute backpack. I was like, gotta keep it like just like flat like that.
Yeah.
Cause I want to do like a weapon mount on the backpack instead of actually putting the carrier on it.
The cool thing about that backpack is it's big enough to where you should be able to fit like a ton of mods on it. Like, what if you attached a bunch of miniguns to it over its back, over its head?
Oh Jesus, like a shoulder mount it's like that minigun?
Yeah, but well, instead of a shoulder mount, it would just be mounted to the backpack. So you could mount several of them because the backpack is so big. You could just mount them to where each of the minigun cannons are just going around the head.
That's like the Jesta cannon.
Yeah.
The Jesta cannon does that with the backpack.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. It's like a weapon support artillery. Which you don't see in the regular Jesta and like that, which is like more of like a tactical type of mobile suit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, that Jesta has a shoulder mount with like 2 cannons on it. So does the Origin kits too. The Origin kit does a lot of that as well.
Do you sand all of your kits, with the exception of this one?
I do. Yeah, there's no way I could, even if I wanted to, man. That's like my anxiety right there, dude. I need to sand it to smooth it out because I don't want to see those nub marks.
Yeah.
Like this kit right here has no nub marks on it. And like that's what I want, dude. It gives me a hell of anxiety if I don't sand it. And this clear coat is making it even worse for me right now.
I'm teaching myself to hate nub marks because I find that I like to just build, okay? Like sanding takes time and I'm lazy. I like to build, so it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
nice to be able to just snap something together and be able to build it. But sanding is just, it makes the kit look so much better. So what I decided was that I'm not gonna sand SDs anymore.
Actually, there's another benefit to like sanding actually.
What's that?
Your paint actually sticks on better, more effectively on it.
True. And when I finally get to painting, I think that I will definitely, have a love for sanding just because of, 90% of painting is in the prep, right? So.
Yeah. It's nice too because if you're building any of like those white Gundams like these guys are here, they already have like those pearl white paints and all that stuff that you can work with.
Yeah.
So like you can still pop them out because the regular white doesn't feel right. It really doesn't. And I noticed like even my RX-78 Beyond Global, the 40th anniversary has a pearl white to it too. It's not like your typical RX-78 with the white. So no, the pearl white really does pop out from this like typical white.
Yeah. Wish my parts would stop running away from me.
Yeah, when my friends came over and he was building his new Gundam, high grade and all that stuff, and literally he lost a part, and he was like, he got super pissed, and he just stopped building it all together and just went home. I was like,
did you ever find it?
No, I found a part. It was like literally right under him the whole time. He was looking somewhere else.
You know, it happens sometimes. I remember I was streaming the other day and I was clipping, and and I was working on an SD, right? So I'm clipping, and one of the little pieces for the where the V sticks to the head, you know how you have to put that little red spot in the middle of the V. It flies off behind my monitor and behind my desk, right, and into all the chaos of wires behind. And I'm just like, oh great, yeah. All right, guys. Well, this is gonna be the end of the stream because I'm not gonna go look for that right now. Look for it later. It took me like 3 days to find it.
Oh man, I got like a plastic stress going on with this kid right now. Oh god. You hate to see it, man. This is exactly right here. Look at the. Where is it? Right where the bomb's at.
Oh yeah, right there in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that right there.
It's like a streak right there, dude. This is anxiety right here, dude. That's why working at clear cuts, dude. It'll definitely be a death of anyone, dude.
Yeah. PC9.
I wonder what camera my phone's using. It has like literally 4 cameras. It doesn't feel like my camera's centered. Yeah, I probably need to lower my camera after this.
It could be a tad bit lower. There's a lot of empty space up above you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Should probably do that. How's that?
Oh yeah, there you go.
A little bit closer. There you go. Oh, there we go. Should be good.
10, 4. I need 4. 4, 4, 4.
So yeah, what do you say that you built before you started doing Gundams?
You mean like with model kits?
Yeah.
You know what? Mostly I did cars with my dad as a kid, you know, and then from there, I did a couple more cars as I got older. Like every now and then I would like be in the mood for a model kit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I never built anything seriously before this. And then, like I said, my son wanted to go into the anime store to get like a Pikachu doll or plushie or something like that. And I just happened to look over and see the Gundams, and then that's when I saw the Banshee Verka, and I was just like, that looks badass. I want to build that. And so I just bought it on the spot, and I brought it home, and then I was like, oh, this is not like, I'm not just building the outside of the robot, like I'm building legs, pieces on the inside, there's a pilot, there's everything, right? And so I was like, holy crap, this is amazing. Like I you know what I mean? Like, instead of, because I really honestly, for me, I like to see how something operates, how something works. So being able to build it from the inside out, it was amazing. I was in trouble the whole time because I didn't know what I was doing, but I still had fun.
Yeah, no, that was like literally the initial feeling for me as well. Like I was looking at it, I'm like, dude, I am puzzled. But like as you're like looking the manual, right? Even though you can't read the Japanese in it, like you start getting the gist of what the picture and the parts look like. Then we start snapping them together, and like, wait, this is pretty sick.
Yeah, exactly. And so
that's a feeling right there.
Yeah, honestly, like my unicorn, I personally feel like the build is very loose, you know. So it made me feel like I did a bad job at building it, right? So afterwards, then I was like, okay, so I want another Gundam kit. I want another one of these. Let me go online and figure it out. But it looked like most people, as far as the unicorns go, the only unicorn that actually does do well is like the RG, right? The RG unicorn, the white one. All the rest of them, I guess they do. It's pretty normal for them to kind of sit a little bit more loose because they are a big transforming Gundam, which causes them to, I guess, just sit a little funny sometimes.
Lost a piece, but never mind. It was just like transparent white piece. Like, but I love car model kits as well. There's a kit that I haven't built yet. Fully, it was my 370Z Nismo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
My favorite model of the Z is the 300. 300 fairly.
I think it was a 300CX.
Yeah, the 300ZX. I think they ran. I think that was car of the year for 10 years in a row, from like 1990 to 2000.
So yeah, something like that. Before they really hit the 300s series. Yeah, I was a fan of the 240SX.
Yeah, those ones are nice too. Super classic. Honestly,
Dude, that was like,
any Nissan from the 80s or 90s, I'm kind of down with, really.
no, yeah, for reals though.
The Sylvias 2, 240SXs. I mean, you name it. They were. That was Nissan's prime right there, when they were making all those cars.
True. See, my dad, he didn't really have a Toyota, but he did have like the '87 Supra and the '91.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously during that time, it wasn't really much of anything.
Yeah.
You even didn't really see it like it's a relic and all that stuff till now. So legit, he sold the car to get a family car in like '93.
Yeah.
I was over here like,
because nobody knew what it was at the time.
I saw his old photos like that. He was like literally rocking with this car. I was like, "Are you serious, Dad? Like, why'd you sell this?" He's like, "Oh, it's nothing back then." I'm like, "You know how much it is now?"
Right.
I told him he literally had a heart attack. Hey, this is like why you keep. This is why you keep cars like this, like that. Even if it was a car that you barely bought for like 2 years, like that. Like you should keep every single car that you have, because someday, if you understand value and all that stuff, this is it right here.
Yeah, but then you got to stop and think about it. Like, a car is a really big expense to like take on, like to have, like, think about like storing it. Let's say if you are wanting to keep that car for as long as you can, you gotta always have a space to store it, right?
Yeah.
And then if you store it, then you have to worry about maintaining it, because then you have to still maintain a car even if it's parked. And then on top of that, now you have to worry about a daily, or maybe even a new project car, because you decided to keep this one and you're not working on it. Maybe you have a new project car. So, I don't know. I sold my fully built Acura Integra as a '95. I sold it before I moved back to California, because I was living in Vegas at the time.
Yeah. I used to live there too.
Did you?
Back in like 07 to 09.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, as you're saying.
Oh no, I was just saying that, just storing the vehicle, and that's the reason why I ended up selling it when I was moving back, is just because of the fact that it was becoming a chore to take care of, and it was getting to the point to where I had built it to the point to where I couldn't drive it out in public anymore, because I was gonna get pulled over in a heartbeat. A, B, the Acura Integra. It was a GSR 4-door chassis. It was the DB8, so it was a little bit of a rare chassis. You can't really find GSRs in a 4-door. At least it's not common. So I did have 4 doors, which allowed me to use it a little bit longer. But I had one kid and another one on the way, right? And that was another thing. It was like, I can't keep this car and drive it around because, for one, it just smells like octane out the ass every time I drive it because it's built, and otherwise, and it's too loud for the kids and blah 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 that and that. So it was just hard to hang on to.
Yeah, I think I feel like that's kind of thing too. I mean, like, by the time you start getting kids and all that stuff, you kind of have to readjust your sort of like your lifestyle and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely the thing with kids. They change things unplanned.
Which is what I was talking about. My dad had to sell the 2 beauties just to get a family car.
Yeah.
It breaks your heart a bit, but like, it is what it is.
Yeah, my dad had the Supra, the Mach 2, I think. Was it the 2? No. He had the original, the 87 Supra, I think, right? I think it came in twin turbo.
Yeah.
Twin turbo Supra, he had that, and my dad also had the 300ZX twin turbo. Brand new when it first came out, and they sold it. Yeah, we had a couple of cars back in the day.
Let's see, my bud had his mom had one like those. I think it was like a '76 Challenger.
Oh.
And what happens is his drunk dad, obviously, he hates that guy a lot. It's like that, like he wasn't really there for stuff.
Yeah.
And he literally sold that car. It was supposed to be my friend's graduation car from his mom, but he sold the car for $2,000 just to buy himself a Firebird, which had bad mileage.
Nobody buys Firebirds willingly.
And the thing is, he bought it and then he crashed it a year and a half later.
Oh,
so they lost everything. Yeah, but no, he could have had a Challenger for his birthday and drove it around.
Man.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Nothing gets worse than that, man.
Yeah, I hear that. It's funny though, when I did have the Integra, my intention was to save it for my son. It was originally the intention. But looking back on it, if I'm going to be saving a car for my son, it's definitely not going to be a 95 Acura Integra. It would be something else.
Yeah. The car I was kind of like driving at the time, 3 years back, was probably the Tia CHR and all that stuff. It was like typically new in 2018.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is about that car. Like, I hate that car so much. It was only rocking 144 horsepower starting, which is below standards.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I don't know why people love that car for some reason, because it has a sports look, but it was clearly a natural CUV.
Wait, which one was that one?
The Toyota CHR.
Oh, is that little
It looks sporty, but it's like a CUV to like the Honda CR, I think.
Yeah. I know something like that.
Yeah. So if Toyota's made their own, it looks sporty. It looks really nicer than that car. But like 144 horsepower will not get you anything.
Oh.
And the thing is, in Asia, they literally freaking lower. They have those cars and these lower the hell out of it.
Yeah.
It looks like they try to make it look like a hatchback. I'm like, dude, it's a hatchback is a hatchback. CUVs are CUVs. Like, you can't. There's no way you can try to mod this to the point where it looks like a hatchback. It's impossible. No matter how you change it.
It had more power than my Honda Civic. You would have beat me. That's for sure.
No, the cars was trash, dude.
my 98 Honda Civic was under 100 horsepower to the wheel, like 98, something like that. It's crazy. Because I didn't have the normal one, like the normal Honda Civics you see running around town. I didn't have that one. I had this super fuel efficient one that had it was one of the first Honda Civics that had the continuous variable transmissions in it. So it had no balls, none at all. It was an HX, I believe. It was an HX.
What do you think of those new Civics now, the Type R's?
Overpriced, 100%. It is worth noting though that it did beat the. Yo, Kami, thank you so much for the raid, sir. How you doing? How was your stream? Did you own people in Mecha Champions? Yo, what's going on? Yeah. I saw you in there, man. You were kicking butt for a while. You're doing really good. Yep. But yeah, no, the Honda Civic, it is worth noting that it did beat the Lamborghini on the Nürburgring, right? For time, on time attack?
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I think it did. The Type R definitely came in faster than some Lamborghinis.
Okay, there also was a video I saw, like that TRD. They did make a version of their CHR, and it beat the track record against the R35.
What?
Which I was like, okay, that's cool that they showed us that, but at the same time, who's to be able to get that access to that TRD?
Yeah,
especially for the price, right? Because the car itself was already 23,000 out of the door, and then those mods look like it's gonna literally cost twice as more than the car itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Not to mention, yeah, it's also transmission swap. So there's like, no matter how you look at it, it's cool that they showed us this TRD look, but nobody's gonna be able to access it.
Yeah, and then that's the thing. I think that when it comes to brands like Honda or Toyota, making niche cars like that, and I know that there's a love for the Type R, right? Everybody loves the Type R. It is what it is, but for that price range, you could always buy something else.
Yeah. See, this is why Californians they started switching to used cars and they start modding those.
Yeah.
Like why buy a new car when literally you can buy all those mods and a used car and it'll be less than half the price.
And it'll be a lot faster.
Exactly.
Yeah. I guess that goes back to like same thing with like PC building, right? Why buy a pre-built when you can build your own, because you can always use that same money to buy something a lot stronger.
Yep.
People still do it. It's for convenience. I have not just bought a car because it was fast yet. I think all of my cars that I purchased were project cars, like my 97 supercharged Mustang, my 67 Mustang, 95 Acura Integra, my 98 Honda Civic. I had a 92 Honda Accord. I had a 93 Del Sol. Yeah, I've had a few projects. But I remember being a part of that little clique, the Honda clique, running around town with your rice burner, all of that, like everybody talking shit about you because your car just sounds like it's farting and it's so slow.
Yeah.
Those were the days. Ooh.
6. Well, then this is where it starts getting slow.
Oh, are you hitting arms or legs right now?
Yep. And you got these micro parts and all that.
Yeah. see. Welcome all newcomers to the stream, by the way. My name is Too Quick, obviously. I'm currently working on an HG Jesta. This is the original. This is not the revised version. So we're just taking a look at this today. I just got it open here. We're working on the first few pieces of the chest, and I'm just doing some sanding right now before we put this thing together. It's actually going along pretty good. I just started not too long ago, Kami, so I'm actually just excited to kind of get into it. Remember that idea we were talking about? I kind of want to see what the finished product looks like, just to see if it'll even be possible to tackle that noble team idea earlier with some of these.
Oh, speaking of noble team,
Yep.
you definitely gotta get some hexagear weapons for sure. Then from MSG,
Yeah.
because they do sell kukri knives like that from Noble Team 1.
Really?
Yep.
Oh man, I gotta check that
So
out.
you can
That'll be
have
dope.
it really right attached on
Yeah.
like the chest plate. See, that's
Yeah.
the thing about MSG, man. Cody Bukia, he knows his shit. You cannot go wrong with that guy. That guy makes way better weapons than most gunpla weapons. Not to mention, most of the weapons he has too is like literally down to earth. Like you can literally make like a P90 weapon
Really?
from this kit. Yeah, he has some down to earth weapons like M4s and all that stuff too. But
That's
mostly
pretty cool.
like their weapons derived from like hexagear and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to get into some extra weapons. That'll be really nice.
Yeah, if I was gonna make it just a, I'll probably a deck that would like a really an actual military look to it.
Let's see here. Are you about to eat, sir? I have a feeling that after your stream, the first order of business is food. That's what I'm talking to Kami here. He's hiding in the chat.
For sure.
First order of business has to be to eat. I'm guessing you gotta be hungry. Might munch, but just chilling on Discord. I hate before stream. I hear you. Gotcha. Hey, next time you get on that Super Mecha Champions, I gotta see if I can get in with you, cause I'll practice a few more times. That way, I don't I don't slow you down. I got pizza and cake though. Hold on, timeout. First of all, how far is Canada? Alright. I want pizza and cake. I want pizza and cake. My facial expressions today are all over the place. They've pretty much been spot on until I decided to stream. Now my facial expressions just kind of look all over the place. It's because I look down. Oh. Should I, you know what? Because there's a setting, so that way it really doesn't track maybe me looking down so much. I wonder if that would help. Because every time I look down, I know my facial expression changes. But then even when I look up and I start talking, Like my facial expressions start getting kind of weird. For some reason, it doesn't get old. What is your dream project car? If you had a car that you could pass over to your son works, what would it be? Oh, EverWorks. That's you, buddy.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, if I were to have a car, oh man. You know, honestly, I wouldn't even know because like I'm still in the works for like a lot of things really and like that because technically my lease kind of ended a couple months back already for my CHR like that. So I'm currently working on another car right. So right now I'm kind of in the talks with someone for their because I kind of like more of the smaller build cars. So I was thinking going from the MX-5.
Huh?
And they had the hard top too. So I'm in the works with talking with them about it.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
The MX-5 is Mazda, right?
Yeah, Mazda MX-5.
Yeah.
Hard top, and it's so hard to find a hard top here too. It's crazy. There's only convertible ones, and this guy has a hard top, and we already looked at the car and all that stuff. I was able to look at the information on the car and all that stuff, and it's pretty legit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Everything checks out because I had a friend where he's kind of like a mechanic himself, so he checked out the car and he's like, dude, this is pretty good. Now the asking price for it right now is a little bit unreasonable. That's the only thing. But like at the same time, it kind of makes sense because, like I said, it's a hard top.
Yeah, he knows what he's got. That's what it is.
Yeah. So there's that happening and all that stuff. So that's really what I kind of want. And then that's something I'm kind of working on. And over the years, if I end up testing the kid, that's definitely the car that he'll probably have to start with. But nowadays, I know that there's like more. I think there's readily available newer MX-5s, just like that. If you can't obviously access the RX-7s.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just kind of up to the kid, you know.
That's true. I personally, I would do an S14 Rocket Bunny Boss conversion. Just because they give it that classic muscle look. I don't know if you've ever seen a Rocket Bunny Boss conversion before.
Probably that one I haven't seen, but I've seen most concepts for the RX, like the Rocket Bunny kit, especially on the 370s, 350s.
Yeah.
So. But as far as that, I haven't really seen much of the other ones.
Let's see.
Did you have like any images and all that stuff?
Yep, I'm putting it in Discord right now. Oh, I put it in your Gunpla chat. You should have put it in the general chat.
Yeah, so I can still look at it. It's all good. S14.
Yeah. So it's an S14. It's a Nissan. But it had the whole front end from Rocket Bunny is it's converted to a classic car, so it doesn't look like your traditional Rocket Bunny kits.
Wait, that's pretty solid. So it's a Japanese built car with a muscle look to it.
Yep, exactly.
That's crazy.
That would be my keeper.
Man, you're gonna confuse a lot of Japanese people with that car.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, oh, nice muscle, and then they're like, oh no, it's a Japanese car.
Yep. That one, it's a nice one. It's a really nice kit. I think they have another kit like this for the RX-7 too. That gives it more of a classic front end look as well. You talking about cars is like me talking about Gunpla to you. Oh, are you getting confused? Comment.
It's gonna happen.
Hey, you know what? I have learned so many things about Gunpla today alone. You have no idea. All right, I am learning a little bit more every day, and now I know 2%. Okay, before I woke up today, it was probably at like my knowledge was at 0.3%. Okay, now I'm at 2%, so I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's gonna take some time.
Yeah. See, probably the one series I'll probably never learn about Gunpla did is probably the God Gundam.
Oh, where the God Gundam? Why not?
I don't know, man. It's just something about it, man. It goes from like machines to like fantasy real fast.
Well, how so?
Because what happens is it's a full martial art Gundam with
Yeah.
a twist of like, you know, you got the Devil Gundams, which is like literally a flesh molded Gundam. With like, you know, you got like the light and darkness type of thing going on to it. So like, I'm not sure you're familiar with the term isekai and all that stuff, right?
Oh.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird.
Okay, so yeah. Kami is saying that G Gundam is a super robot anime. It's not really like your typical Gundam animes. So I get what you're saying.
Sir, it isn't. Yeah. And the thing is, like, for me, I love the politics and the storyline of regular Gundams. Like, whoa, there's always the war and politics and all that stuff.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
So like, and that's always been mostly the script for Gundam and all that stuff. It's been pretty linear. So, but the way how the character plot is developed is ultimately different. But the script is the same, so it's like, yeah. So that's the only reason why I kind of laid myself through like that fine lines. It's not like I don't want to explore more than that, but at the same time, like it hasn't gone wrong yet. Otherwise, everyone would have been complaining about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I need to get a roadmap for Gundam before like. Because I'm kind of going through it. Like, I need a roadmap for, like, what series should I start after this one is done?
Yeah.
Because there are so many. So, I should probably be done with Seed, like, maybe day after tomorrow. Tops. It's like a Jaeger, kind of. It moves how you move.
Oh yeah, that's what it is too, because you're not just operating the Gundam, but it's like the Gypsy Danger and all that stuff. It moves with you.
Oh, okay. So is it kind of like one of those cockpits where you're like floating in nothing, right? Ah, okay. And then you just kind of move your arms and legs, and then the Gundam also moves its arms and legs. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. It's like that.
Okay.
And the Devil Gundam is literally the devil himself.
Oh, wow.
In that script.
Oh, so they went over the top then, didn't they? They went all out.
They literally went methodical with that one.
Right.
Yeah, which is kind of throw off for me, which is why I pointed that out. Like, yeah, I'm gonna keep with the war profiteer and politics. I'm good with this.
Yeah.
If I really want to see Godzilla, I'll probably watch something else. And that's the thing too. It's from the polls, I believe too. The people were just memeing on that series alone.
Really?
It's almost like non-existent. Which is why it's popular, because people talk about it on Reddit.
Yo, Kami said, have him explain the colonies in G Gundam.
The colonies in G Gundam. Oh man.
Are there colonies? What? Wait. I don't know how I feel about that response.
Oh god, dude. It's like, wait, I don't know what he's saying, but like, I want to bring it up, man.
Are you? Or I feel like I should prepare for my brain to be broken in just a moment.
Here, ask Kami if he's talking about like the way how it's built, like the colonies. Is that what he's referring to? Because there's like Neo America and all that stuff.
Oh, he can hear you. He's gonna answer in just a second. Let's see.
Okay, the colonies are literally pretty much like okay, they're almost like built the way how you see the way how like our actual global maps built, right? So you got Mexico, like you know how the shape of Mexico is like?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that shape, but it's a colony. Same thing with the way how Japan is with its islands, same thing, right? So they have all these colonies in space that are literally built the way how you'll see on the Earth itself, right? And their
What?
culture and all that stuff.
What? So, are you mean to tell me that they took a whole country and they made it into?
Oh yeah, straight up. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you Japan.
What? Oh my god.
You see it?
Oh, hold
oh
on,
my
hold on.
god, you have no
Wait.
idea. Look, Neo Mexico. It's literally just a fucking cactus. I shit you not, dude. It's pretty dumb, dude.
What it? Okay.
Like, look at America, dude. Just light up like a tree.
Wait, hold on. Oh, he's. Wait, hold on.
Super bad, man.
Wait, hold on, wait. Because he said Mexico is not like its continent. And then he sent a picture in my chat of Mexico and. No, they definitely used the sombrero. Like, I can see the sombrero. Like, I can see
Okay, rephrase. It's like they try to use the culture of these areas, right? But if
Yeah.
you look at Japan, it's literally the same map. Like, it's the same piece of land that you see on the map.
Oh my gosh.
You can look at the way how the disconnected rocks are formation. That's the same way you'll see on the map too. I'm like, how is this even possible?
That is definitely yes, that is a hat. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's a fucking
goodness.
cactus sombrero, dude. Literally. I don't know what America looks like, but I can
That's
tell you it's
borderline
like
racism, right? Like, I'm pretty sure that's borderline racism somewhere. Like, they could have took offense to this.
No, it's bad, dude. It's bad. Oh, by the way, have you ever seen the Devil Gun before? What it looks like?
No, I haven't.
Here's the face of it.
Oh. Wait, is this a kit we can build?
Honestly, I have no idea. I can check it out.
Oh,
But no, everything
man.
opens up. Like, you see the heart, the veins, and everything.
Oh. Oh, yeah. That's, yeah.
No, that's no for me.
Kami said it's not a very good kit. It's an old no grade. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's non-skilled because the pieces are pretty weird.
Yeah. Well, that sucks, because I feel like okay, so I feel like there was an opportunity to bring that back recently when they just released all the Evangelion kits, because, you know, some of them have those heads that kind of look similar to what the Devil Gundam looks like. And where they go into that mode where they have all the teeth out everywhere and stuff like that. Have you seen that at all?
Yeah, I think so. Oh my god. Here you go. Here's a good one for you.
What is this? What
Here's a good one for you. That's like that Statue of Liberty on a colony.
This is okay. So,
Do you understand the frustration from the series?
what is this? Neo New York? What is this? What is this? Neo America? What? This is so. How did they get away with this? How did they get away? Double Gundam is like close to the size of a Neo Zeong, I think. Oh, okay. That's pretty huge then, huh?
Yeah, it's huge.
Jesus. Man. Okay, so I really feel like somebody there's no way that they got away with this. Like, they had to have gotten some backlash for this at some point. That's just a sombrero and a Statue of Liberty like that. Come on.
I'm pretty sure back then they needed some type of work, right? So I'm pretty sure they just popped up Google Images at the time and searched up what Mexico looks like.
Right.
And that's what they got.
It's like they didn't even try to use Google. They just went with whatever stereotype was popular at the time.
They could just use regular colonies that you see in like the old, like, you know, the original series of Gundam. You know, they could use those colonies, which are like just tubular colony ships.
Actually, it makes perfect sense. What year did this anime come out? And how and how early was the internet? Because if they didn't have internet, it explains why they just use stereotypes.
It came out, what, 2000?
The internet was still a baby.
Yes, yeah, it was still a baby, but it definitely existed. They just showed it. Okay, never mind. 1994.
1994. Oh.
Yeah. 49
Okay.
episodes.
That's AOL. I think that's like AOL dial-up days, right? So yeah. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I hated that story. I hated that story so bad. See, during that time, I was like I said, I was watching the Way Gundam, and that came out in 2000.
You're watching what?
I was watching the 8th MS Gundam.
Wait.
Like when.
No, this is not real, Kami. What? This is not real.
What is that?
I'm gonna put it in the Discord chat. This is not real. This can't be real. Is it this? What?
No, are you serious? Wait, hold on. See, I talked about the story in the settings. This is the first for me, dude.
What?
What the?
I'm trying to figure out that there's no. This is not real. This is not real.
They had the audacity to strap that V-wing on the hat.
This is wrong. This can't be real. There's no way they got away with this.
Nah, dude. There's no way.
We need a kit right now, and it needs to be sponsored by Taco Bell.
Hey, listen, man. I told you, if 7-Eleven can do it, dude, I'm pretty sure Taco Bell can do it.
I'm gonna laugh if the pilot speaks Spanish. Wow. Wow. Oh, man. Wow. This is ridiculous. I don't understand.
No way.
Why does he have a mustache? Why does the Gundam have a mustache too? What did you?
Yeah, this is honestly pretty fucked.
This is I don't believe it.
Nah, dude, there's no way, dude.
But it's there. Look at the picture. It's real, but it's like I can't believe that they got away with this. Listen, and what? Man, I swear, I just don't understand how they got away with that. I need.
See, I would believe it if that was Build Fighters. And looking at the pictures now, I'm like, okay, this is the original series. So this is pretty screwed up. This is pretty effed up.
That is.
Bro, I'm gonna show this to my friend.
Wait. Oh my god.
What is that? Oh no. No. It's fucked.
It's the Wagandum! It's the Wagandum! I can't.
That's
It's the Wagandum.
no, dude.
It's real though. I have to watch this anime now. This is all right. You know what? Oh,
Oh, dude, just watch it for the memes, dude.
oh my god. Oh, that should just not be allowed at all. I don't know how they got away with that.
See, this is what I was talking about at the beginning, right, Two Quakes? Like, this series is just so memed on.
Yeah, I get it though. I get why. Man.
See, a lot of people thought freaking Build Fire was trash, but no, this thing it wasn't trash, but it's just like, it was a big disappointment.
Wait, hold on. Why did you hold on? Why did you? Okay, let's go back to Wagundam for a second. Okay, so why does the Gundam have one big toe?
Wait, you serious? You serious?
Why does it just have one big toe, and that's it? It's just.
I didn't notice that.
It's still up on my screen, so I'm just looking at it and I'm laughing, and I'm like, it just has one toe. Like, so the first one had a mustache. This one has a toe. Now I'm about to look at Italy Gundam. I want to see what Italy. Oh.
Dude, this is scripted, dude. Bro, it's literally a Minotaur, dude.
Oh my god,
That's
I am
the
in
story.
tears. I'm in tears. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Why they're making these things?
Yeah, this is dumb.
I can understand why I don't see these kits really making it around too much.
Yeah, for good reasons too.
Oh my gosh. Like, this is, I mean, to be fair, Italy's Gundam is slightly less offensive, in my opinion, than the other two. But if you really stop and think about Italy, do they have a negative stereotype of any kind? I don't think that they do.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw this out here. What do you think an Asian Gundam would look like?
Alright, so I have a feeling that according to the laws of this series, if Kami has an image of that Gundam, it probably looks badass. Because
I'm assuming a straw hat and a spear.
I have a feeling that it actually looks badass, because I have a feeling that they were shitting on other countries in the process of making this show. I just feel it. I feel it just looks so good. It's gonna look so good. Watch. I need B1, E1.
God, dude.
Did you say China or Japan? Something like that, Kami?
Okay,
Yeah, we're trying to see one of the Asian countries, Kami's, because we're trying to see if they design those ones better than everyone else's. Like, I just,
That's racist, man.
yeah, we're gonna find out right now just what's going on over there. We need to see. Oh, Japan is God Gundam. What does God Gundam look like? Hold on, let me
It's
think.
the main character's Gundam, dude.
Oh wow, are you kidding me? Of course, look at it. I mean, like, okay, yeah, you see what they did here? I see. You know what? This anime was nothing more than
It's hate crime.
just yeah,
It's hate crime.
right. And not to bash, Asian hate or anything, but aren't they running a campaign right now? Like somebody needs to put this anime in front of them.
Yeah, that's pretty
Talk
bad.
about stop Asian hate. Look what they did to my big toe Wagandam. What is
I can't do it.
Wait, Netherlands. Hold on, I need to see. Look at what they did to Netherlands.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Okay,
Wait.
okay. It's
Wait,
not bad. It's
wait,
not that bad.
wait, no. Yes, it is. He's baby shark. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I can't take it. Oh, he's got.
Just
Wait.
one chart.
Wait, hold on. Oh, so there are some Gundams in here that got better. What is the Pharaoh Gundam? Wow. Wait, hold on. What country does Jester Gundam belong to? Is there what? Oh, wait. Oh, Canadian. Yo, Canadian. Kami, I can see your Gundam over here. The Lumber Gundam.
Oh my god. What is a Skull Gundam?
It's like, okay, but if you look at some of the names of these Gundams, it's like they didn't even try to hide what they were doing, like at all. Like, what is like Zeus Gundam? Like they just that's it. And then Tequila Gundam. Like, there are other things that they could have used. American Gundam looks like a Transformer. Gundam Maxter.
That's what example is Optimus Prime, man.
Yeah, it really does look like Optimus Prime, kind of. It looks like Optimus Prime and an RX-78 had a baby.
I'm like, it looks so generic too because it's already red, white, and blue on the.
Yeah.
And all the other Gundams are already red, white, and blue, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah, no, but Grease's does look badass though. You're right, Kami. It does look really dope. But I wish they would have used a different name.
What are you supposed to do?
Wait,
with
hold
Mermaid?
on. What is this Skull Gundam? What?
Wait, isn't that Switzerland? Mermaid Switzerland?
Wait, which one?
Mermaid Gundam.
Mermaid Gundam is like Netherlands or Switzerland or something like that, right? Let's see.
What?
Oh no. Okay, so the Nether Gundam was from the Netherlands. That's the one that has the big windmill on the front.
Dude, this is so bad, dude.
Wait, hold on. What the fuck is that? What is the Mandala Gundam? Do you see that one?
Mandala.
Bottom left.
Yeah, no, yeah, I see it. I've never seen that flag before.
I don't. Why did they make it? That's a. Wait. That is terrible. This show, I need to watch it now. I gotta watch it now. This is great. I feel like I want to know, like, okay, so when they were sitting at the executive office, in the big Gundam headquarters.
Oh, it's Tibet.
Which one, the mermaid?
The Mandala.
Oh.
It's Tibet. So it's like somewhere in Asia. Like the mountainous one. Mountainous Asia.
Okay.
Oh, because it's the reason why it looks bell or gong because it's a Buddhist religion.
Well, that does make yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so it seems like certain areas they tried to take on their culture, and other ways they just didn't. I don't
But
know.
that's a Gundam.
I feel like there's other things that came from the Netherlands other than windmills, and even if it was a windmill, why did they put it on the front? Like, why didn't they put it on the back? It just makes so much sense. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, dude, it's supposed to. Yeah, they use it so see when the windmill operates, you can actually deflect beam shots.
Oh my, spin to win. God,
No, like,
man.
dude, I don't know what to do with the Mermaid Gundam, dude. What are you supposed to do with that one?
You can't even
For sure,
swim with that thing. You know how heavy it is? Oh my gosh.
Of course, give it to Japan. They got the badass one.
I just, like, he can't see any attacks coming from his left or right side. He's got to turn his whole body. Because you know his neck can't turn in there. Like, at all.
No, this is fucked up, dude.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Dude, honestly, this is like the stream. Just watch the shit.
Now, now that Kami has drained all the tears from my body. Oh.
Yeah,
Are there
man.
are there any other offensive or funny looking Gundams, Kami, that you know of that you would like to share with us today? Let's see. Who's gonna go? These. That. Like that.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna get over this. This is oh yeah. I can't get over this anymore. I just
I guess
okay.
there's just one Gundam. There's like 3 of those windmills just flying across the face.
Okay,
God.
so tell me, Kami, what is the significance of the lumber Gundam? Is he just a lumberjack? Is that what I'm seeing on screen? Or is there other significances to his outfit that are related to Canada?
Love these cosplays. I mean, the fact that Bill Divers has a lot of fur.
You said Bill Divers what?
Bill Divers has furries.
Wait, what?
Oh, do you not know what furries are?
Oh no, I know what they are. I'm just saying, why are they in that show?
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, that's just avatars and all. It's like playing an RPG game.
Oh, that's right. Cause you're not an action. Yeah, okay, I got you. I remember. Cause it's kind of like it's yeah.
Honestly, I think that was the only series that was like ridiculously bad.
Man, that's. I feel like this was probably the easiest series to make because they just went after everybody's stereotype. Everybody's. What are they known for? And the first person to answer within 3 seconds, they got to make the Gundam. That was it. That's how they did it.
I think this was like the form of the Devil Gun before he goes trans.
Ooh, whoa. Before he transforms?
Yeah, it's like that, you know, the nasty form that he has. Oh, and here's a Santa Fe Gundam. Welcome.
Santa Fe. Wait, is this from that? What? Is this from the same damn series? Is this the same one?
Yeah.
He has spurs. Damn it! Like he has spurs.
Good old Texas.
It was made during the fall off of dramatic anime, and the robot anime was really popular, but the series got ripped apart now for following that military drama people wanted from Gundam. Oh, okay, I got you for not following it. Yeah, I got you.
Super Robot was actually pretty good, actually. That anime.
Oh, there was an anime just called Super Robot?
Yeah, it's called Super Gundam, no, Super Robot War. It was like a standalone. But the thing is, the company was made by Bandit times like that, so they did labs with like other like anime series, or mecha series.
Okay.
Which is why they made a game derived of like a bunch of like mechs. Like Code Geass, Super Robot Wars, Gundam, like those all in one game. I think it was like a fighting game, I think. They used like a bunch of mechs from other like shows.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Like, did you ever heard this game called Dynasty?
Yeah. I know that's where the Shin Musha comes from, right?
Mostly, yeah, for the most part, it's like that because that game also has a Gundam series in it too.
Yeah.
That one was pretty fun. I played off PS3 too.
I don't think I haven't played a single Dynasty Warriors game actually. I haven't played any of them, and they were like huge, man. I remember Dynasty Warriors games were coming out left and right for a while, and they were like the big rage between like PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, I guess, in that era. They had a lot of Dynasty Warriors games coming out.
But then they started going through like the whole like they started going through like the Chinese route. They try to go. So they made like Samurai Warriors, whatever.
Yeah.
But then they made a game. I can't believe they made a Gundam version of the game. I was like playing that one. That one was fun.
Hyrule Warriors is Dynasty Warriors, but Zelda?
Yeah, literally. True. Especially the new one, the Calamity, whatever. For that was a game pre-sequel. That was a pre-sequel to Breath of the Wild.
All right, now Kami's probably gonna shoot me because I don't think he's ever heard me say this before, but I haven't played a Zelda game before.
Yeah, he's gonna be triggered now.
Yeah. I have a feeling he is.
Don't worry, dude. Get a phone emulator, and you can download. You can play Game Boy Advance games, starting with the first one.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what? I have a GBA emulator here on my PC too.
Yes.
I should probably.
You can play the Minish Cap and all that.
Yeah. I actually have an emulator for pretty much every early console, and I have every game made for every early console.
See what I was really doing, dude? Like, I got a PS2 emulator, all I want Jax 2.
Which one?
Jax 3. Jax and Daxter.
Oh, yeah, I remember that back in the day.
That was like literally the Ratchet and Clank for me right there.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank was pretty cool too. I think I played more of Ratchet and Clank though.
Yeah, no, the same too. I was playing like I think probably the best one I played was Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal.
Yeah.
That one was pretty sick.
Oh, he said he hasn't beaten a Zelda game before. It's okay. Woo!
Yeah.
Dodged a bullet. Most people don't like the fact that I say that I haven't played something. They're like, what? That is impossible.
See, I'm just waiting for a good Gundam game to drop. Man, that would be a really good handheld experience.
A good Gundam game?
Yeah, they need to drop a good Gundam game on the Switch. I know they have like this SD Grand Cross game on the Switch, but it's not the same. Like I want like a full fighting game.
I would like to see. Yeah, I would like to see a Gundam game, but I would like to see it done as realistically as possible. To where like more of like the RG aesthetic to the game, to where you had to worry about things like maybe overheating and, you know, being able to limit how you piece together your Gundam, you know, due to certain parts limitations, too much weight, you know, something like that. A little bit more simulator based. I feel like the game would travel pretty far if it got technical like that.
Do you have a PS?
Do I have a PS4?
Yep.
No, I don't have a PS4. Actually, I currently do not own any consoles.
Okay. Reason why I asked is that there's a game that you could play on PS4, which has exactly what you're asking for. I don't know much of it about the overheating thing. Actually, there is overheating, but I'm not sure about the customization part. But it plays like what you expect from a Warfare Gundam game. Like
what game is that?
It's called Gundam Battle Operations 2.
Gundam Battle Operation
2.
2.
Yep. That game is an actual, go to strategic areas, hold the point. You have to like recharge your weapon before you can. And it isn't like a spray and pray type of game. Like you gotta like make your shots count.
Kami says we need GB and Gunpla Battle Network from Fighters and Diver series.
Yes, they used to have an SD Gundam game on the PC actually, but it's discontinued in America. And that was a full MMO game too.
Interesting.
Yep. GBO2 is super team based. He's right about that. But you gotta literally communicate your team and all about like going to certain places. Oh, shoot down a certain person, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's actual like sniper Gundams, artillery Gundams, like actual full melee Gundams.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super like team orientated game.
Interesting. All this stuff is just coming out around us, and we just don't know ever. We just don't.
And see, this is the thing I've been talking to a lot of my friends. Like, it's a fine line of making American games versus Japanese games, right? When you least expect these games to come out, it's like that they've already been there already, and they're like super good, but people don't even know about it.
Yeah. Yep. Case in point. I had no clue.
But yeah, if you end up, if you ever do end up like, picking up any of those consoles, definitely you gotta play GBO2. It came out in the American server not too long ago too.
I could probably borrow my sister's PlayStation, I think.
Yeah, that game has always been in like Japanese arcades and all, and like on Japanese consoles, and the only way you can really play it is by port. It's like that, dude. Like you have to change like the language settings and all that stuff, and all that. But now that they released it, yeah. But now they released it in the global edition, so you can pretty much play it now.
That is awesome.
So yeah.
In Japan, arcades have full sim cockpit systems that have mechanics like GBO2.
Oh,
Ooh,
Canadian.
what?
Yeah, Kamipla. Do you know about the new battle pods coming into round 1?
Wait, what?
Oh, I was talking to him because since I think he stuff. Because what happens is, are you familiar with round 1? 2 Quicks?
No. Mm-mm.
So 2 Quick. So what happens is, those arcades are Japanese owned, and it's in the States. And what happens is they're all Japanese arcade games, like Initial D, Wangan Midnight Tune, like that, like those type of games, those Japanese dance games and all that stuff, like DDR. All this, yeah, we have round 1s here, which are Japanese arcades here. Like that.
There's one right down the street from me.
Yes. So what happens is they are making sooner or later we're actually gonna get Gundam pods in the arcades.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need
It's coming
that.
soon.
We need
Right
that.
now they're in the works in Japan for it, but once it's super successful, we're gonna get some launches in round 1.
Ooh,
Which is
hope
why I
so.
brought it up earlier about it.
I will be there. I will be there.
And exactly what he said. Do you ever see like those Star Wars pod?
Yeah. I've seen
Yeah.
it.
So it's like that, but in the Gundam cockpit.
Snap, that is awesome.
And it's fully multiplayer as well. So you'll be playing against other people that's not just from the States, but people from Japan as well.
Oh, dang, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I'd go and try that out.
Yeah, I'm already up on that already. No doubt.
Oh, skim this. Let's see. It's all connected. All right, let's take a look at these. Let me see.
I got you, don't worry.
Yo, that's dope. Yeah.
Progress with memory card. And every single time that you log into the game, you log into the right.
Oh, okay.
Gives you progression system and all that stuff.
Yeah, we need this. We need something like this.
But now they have it all around particularly like Taiwan. And Taiwan, they do like the stuff too. So they have all those nice arcades up there.
Oh, super dope. Oh, lower volume. Sorry, Kami.
Yeah, that game looks like a banger. I can't wait till we get ours.
Yeah, that'll be dope. Down for that. I remember. What was it? We have Dave and Buster's out here, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you remember at one point, but back in the day, Dave and Buster's used to have these battle mech suits that you could sit in. So they weren't Gundam, but you could actually sit in them, and you could do like a simulation flight experience where you're in a battle, kind of similar to that, basically.
Oh man, that's been a minute, dude. I remember being in one.
Do you?
It's been a while though. I mean, I was a first kid.
Super old school, yeah.
Back then, they had like some pretty good concepts for like those like interactive arcade games.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is a very sturdy. I don't know. It's like flimsy and sturdy at the same time. It sticks on nicely, but when you try to take it off, it's like it comes out quick.
Let me see what you're looking at here. What do you have there?
That's right here. Alright, let me go ahead and set up so you can see what to do with it. Does this right here?
Oh, I can't see it. You gotta get closer. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
That color looks really good.
The arm just comes up like this, like comes off so easily. Ooh, man, I don't know. Is this why it's a revive kit?
Probably.
At least we're on the legs now. Time is it? 9:38. Since my stream's still got gone for like till 12 o'clock, honestly, I might even finish this.
I'm sure you're gonna finish it.
Yeah, no, I think I'm positive. I'm like thinking right now, I'm like, I'm already on the body, I'm gonna just hold it off here and just like play some games or something. Like, I can play like doing all that stuff right now.
Yeah.
I still need to grind that game out. And I don't know.
Let's see.
Should play camera again. Going over here. Wouldn't it be nice if the weapons were also like clear coat as well?
Yeah. It seems like they only worried about a few select runners. Everything else they just borrowed from other RX-78s, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what they did.
So it's really runner A, right? It's just runner A that's different, right?
It's runner A, B, and C is just like the grays.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the runner A was sitting on like ones, and then runner B was sitting on all like the clear white.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this right now. Might as well. It's such a short kit. I only shoot for like less than like an hour and a half or two.
You're almost done. You almost got the. You just got the legs, right? And the accessories.
Yeah, it's just the legs and then the weapons and shield. That's it. Oh, I still got to finish the skirt as well.
Yeah, I really like the way this Jesta is coming out. It looks good. Looks real good.
Man, that G40, man, I'm super excited after that. After these guys.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we both have the same Sengoku too, huh?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, Sengoku stray gun, HGBF.
Yeah.
Yep. I think there's only like one variation until like I think Build Divers like that, where they have like that one ninja astray, but it has the Exia body part. It's kind of weird.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's like it's a whole hybrid. It was like a red and white. The best fight kit that I've ever built in that whole series for Build Fighters was like the Exia Transient Glacier. That kit was a solid.
I'm trying to think if I have any Build Fighters kits. I don't think I do.
Yeah, besides the Sengoku Stray.
Oh, that would be my first. Yeah, so it's unbuilt. Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, Kami, get your food, sir.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna spray that gloss on here.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to retop that, huh?
Yep. Yeah, speaking of that, my friend was working on his clear coat. He was like, oh, number one rule is like you gotta put primer on this guy, these clear coats. Little did he realize he's working on a clear coat. So he literally primes the whole thing and it became white. I'm like, good job, dude. You ruined the clear coat. This is why you skip that. You go to the top coat right away.
Yep.
He got super mad, dude. It was a $50 kit.
That will happen.
Like, yeah, I mean, how can you not see that you're working on a clear kit? It was clearly you can see the different plastic.
Yeah.
It's just the funniest part is like he was teaching me how to do it. I'm like, dude, see, I would fully understand what you're trying to say, but I'm not working on a clear kit. He just ruined the whole kit in that one instant moment of teaching me how to paint the kit.
Yeah. Well, you know what? A lesson was still learned at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's all that matters.
Oh, by the way, are you interested in any racing games?
I can play them pretty decently. Yeah. Definitely can.
For sure. Yeah, because I was gonna ask you if you ever play any because we were talking about round one earlier and stuff, and they have some pretty good arcade games in there. It's like that you would like expect. It's like that, like Initial D and all that stuff.
Yeah, I need to go in there and take a really good look around because I did go there a couple years back, but it was for my son's birthday, so it was pretty much his trip and he got to walk around and control where we were going. So I didn't get to fully take a look at everything that was in there.
Yeah, there's a game that I play. It's literally typically street racing, like setting, like how you see it in like Tokyo Drift and all that.
Yeah.
And literally the controls is what you expect too. Like you got like the whole gearbox and all that.
Yeah.
And you'll drift through like like shifting, downshifting, and all that stuff. Like that game was. I've been playing that game for like a year now. It's like that, and I go like every simple Sunday, which is why the The thing about me talking about the boys earlier on Sundays is what we usually go to.
Oh yeah, you guys get to round one?
Yeah, we go around one like every Sunday, so we recently we play. Because the thing is, we have a crew, so we race against other crews in that game.
Oh, cool, cool.
Yeah.
Get in there. This is why stickers are a bad idea.
Yep. This is why people. This is why like the whole exploitation of this like painting is the more ideal way to really doing gunplay. It keeps everything nice, solid, it's like that, and you have to worry about peel offs, unless your paint's like really bad because you end up forgetting about priming.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I did that in my old like kit. God, everything started like the paint starts cracking. I'm like, no. But yeah, definitely a huge impact in painting compared to like just using one sticker for
Yeah.
sure. Oh, nice. He followed me too on here.
Let's see.
I gotta thank him after this.
Yeah, when he comes back.
Yep. Like I kind of mentioned before I started doing. Do you appreciate the whole tight knit community that we had? Because I've seen his name when I was looking through like, streams and all that stuff. So like, everyone's like felt like a little bit connected. Like Miami and all this stuff
Yep.
with Neon, all that. So like, everyone was like, it feels like being in the same neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. And being that I'm really new to this space, at least as far as I know, I don't know of any community members that are like really at opposite ends with each other. I haven't seen really any of that. I mean, it probably does exist. I have been told that there are a few bad eggs out there that will come into the stream and kind of give people a hard time and stuff like that, but I still have yet to see it.
Yeah. Kami Pod, thanks for following my channel. I greatly appreciate it.
Welcome back, sir. What'd you end up grabbing? Did you get that pizza? Did you get me some? Did you give me some of that pizza?
Yo, but I love definitely Neon's like voice effects in his Twitch.
Yeah.
Very interactive.
Yeah. I do have the same thing. I don't use it. I have that. I have this program that'll like change your voices between like 50 different characters or something like that. Robots and demons and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on it now. I don't know what's really on all stuff.
Voice mod application. Probably the simplest one, and it has probably the most different effects that I've seen, and you can create your own.
Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Your dad wants to have dinner. Let's see here. I can end this session.
Okay.
So leave it just goes. I'll be right back. You should be back in like.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Domino's lava cake. Oh man. Oh, yeah. I want your lava cake. I want it. Doing arms now? Man. Tommy, what's your least favorite part on the Gundam to build? I think mine are the arms. I don't know why. I think they're the arms. Legs. I know legs take a lot of time. I know they are time consuming. What's the worst legs on a kit you've ever built? Worst legs. Yeah, most parts in the legs. Yeah, I hear that. Let's see. RG Exio. My worst legs so far have to be, without a doubt, perfect grade 7 sword. Worst legs ever. They have those little locking joints in the knees. I don't like them at all. Oh, don't tell me that. Oh, don't tell me that. Because that is in my backlog. It is waiting for me. And to be honest with you, it's one of those kits that I am most excited for. I don't want that to be a grenade. I sure don't. These arms seem like they are fairly simple to an extent. RG Sinanju is infamous for issue. Oh man. Alright. I'm just gonna have to. Welcome back, sir. We're just talking about the RG Sinanju and how difficult its joints can be, specifically the knees. But I haven't built it yet, but I'm gonna.
Got some Korean food, something to eat that.
Yep. Enjoy. we need anything off of this runner for A? Yeah, we do. 9.
How's the build coming along?
It's going on pretty good, honestly. So far, everything's pretty straightforward on this build. I mean, I find that most of the quirks in an older high grade are usually in the arms and legs. So that's just about where I'm getting to now. I'm starting to get onto the arms. So I know that it's going to be a pain.
Yeah, I don't think my parents realize I'm streaming right now. So walk in.
It's a new concept.
They're like, what is this? Why can't I come in?
They're like, are you doing the drugs in here?
It's like, as Asians, they're probably thinking like, rebelling against it?
Are they very old-fashioned in that way?
Yeah. See, they didn't like the news that my brother was gonna go to med school to pursue his esports career.
Oh.
It turns out he's already making more money than what a doctor.
Hey, you know.
So they're like, okay then, that's cool.
Are they all for it though now? Now that he is doing well?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So what happens is, because all they care is like, it's the money portion, right? Because what a doctor will make in a year.
Yeah.
So they didn't know like what esports was or how much they would actually make. But my brother's a coach, so like he makes more than the player, so it's like it's even better.
Right. I mean, that's good though. It's good that your parents did come around too, and so they're more open to the idea. So hopefully they'll be more open to you trying things like this as well.
Yeah. And because like at first I was initially thinking like, you know, Gundam building dreams like that. I was like, you know what? But it's always a good idea to also open out to other opportunities as well. So which is why I was thinking of like doing 3 things, because see, I pursued a bit of like, you know, culinary as well over the past couple of years. So my friends and like that were like thinking like, you know, why don't you do a cooking stream and all that stuff? Yeah, those are pretty big too with vlogs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like they're wanting me to do that, but then also want to do like gaming and like, you know, Gundam building. So I'm thinking of doing like those 3 for now.
Oh yeah. Hold on 1 second. I'm changing something here. Now, Tommy said that hand grenade easily broken waist joint bad reused frame. He's talking about Sinanju. He's talking about that beautiful kit in there. And I don't understand why they would make a kit so good looking and not fix those issues. Alright, so
they're not gonna fix it. They never will.
right.
The damage is already done. What they really could do now is try to attempt a revive kit.
A temp
Which now
A?
people have to throw out more money.
Trying
What do you
to
think
check
about-
out something here.
What do you think about doing public streaming, like IRL streaming?
At this point in time, I gotta be honest, like, it's a concept that maybe just because of how new I am. There's a Veracast in Anju. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where it's like I'm still new to streaming, so even streaming can be awkward here sometimes. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I know an IRL stream is gonna be super awkward, but my life isn't that interesting, so I don't think that there's much that I could do outside that would be considered interesting to other people.
That's a fair point. Yeah, I'll probably agree with you on 100% actually. It's like, unless you're doing something like something crazy, overly stupid, that people like enjoy watching. Rather than that, if you're living pretty ordinary, pretty basic, minimal, like that, then yeah.
Yeah, Kami is right. You do need a following before you IRL stream. 100%. And honestly, I've been hearing that, it's really good to do just chatting streams too with your audience, but I feel like you need a following for that too. You can't immediately just jump into that either.
Otherwise, you'd be talking to yourself.
I mean, yeah, you talk to yourself all day. I mean, I just don't think that people would get the right idea about you.
It's like from the get-go, you just gave him a good reason to not join, not even like click on your video in the first place.
Like, oh, he's talking to himself? Okay, yeah, bye. Streaming in general is talking to yourself. Yeah, that is true. Streaming in general is talking to yourself. I have to remember to talk to myself out loud though. I do it a lot internally. Just because, you're always conscious of the fact that other people are listening anyways. So I have a tendency to just do it internally. I need to express it more. I need to have diarrhea of the mouth all the time.
See, you would expect a lot of, because obviously it's Japan, right? I would expect a lot of Japanese to be on Twitch streaming this. I have not seen one.
I wonder why that is.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, do they have their own platform for this?
I think that they probably do. Although I have seen a couple of streamers on here who do they're like bilingual. So I have seen some that are like that will speak English and Korean, that will do a Gundam build. I don't know where they're located per se, but I have seen those kind of streams.
Now, if you were given an opportunity to open up your own merch, it's like that, for selling things, Gundam, model kits, whatever, would you do it?
Yeah, I think so. The reason why Twitch is a Western thing. Yeah, I agree, Kami. Most of what I've seen, it is pretty much a Western thing. They may have their own platform elsewhere. But as far as opening a Gundam store goes, I think that I would like to do it, but I would like to do it in a way that doesn't involve the markup. I would find a way to avoid the markup costs if I could, because and I would probably do some sort of a lounging area or like a building area that was built into the store. Maybe you can order lunch. You have, you literally have 2 small tables. Maybe you have a small table for building, one for like your food and stuff where you're gonna sit down with your friends. And it would be really cool if there was like something like that to be able to go and incorporate building together.
Which was the thing I was talking about a couple days back, actually, with the like Old Mountain Coffee Shop.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. We honestly could actually do that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, this is perfect.
It would, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
But I know there's so. I think Gunpla Neon also lives in Cali too.
Does he?
I think he does. It's like that. I'll probably talk to him about that too. Because the thing is, usually you can do it alone. Like, you have like one owner and stuff do it.
Right.
But at the same time, the concept that brings everyone together is revolved around people that are definitely influenced in it, right?
Yeah.
So like, even if I would be the owner of the shop, if I don't have influence over that enough, it wouldn't bring me any success. It wouldn't bring anyone entertainment like that they would, expect from a shop that's running Gundams as well.
Right.
So obviously having a huge gathering or people like partners and all stuff to build a shop is more ideal than having just one it all and try to influence it with the knowledge that they only have rather than everyone else's. So I'm talking about a collective.
Wait, which one of us just described Gundam Cafe? Are you talking about Everworks or me? I'm pretty sure you're talking about Everworks since I didn't name it. Did I name a cafe? Yeah, well, Gundam Cafe. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so here's the thing though, Kami. Where is Gundam Cafe located?
Yokohama, Japan.
Yeah. That's gonna be our issue right there. We need something like that nearby. But see, here's the thing. Because of the way that Japan has really just decided to, keep Gunpla such a tight-knit community, it makes it really hard to open a business like that in the States, because how many eyes are you going to get to turn to Gundam? Because most people, they see something and they're like, oh, I don't know what that is, or something like, you know what I mean? And they'll just keep going. So how do you get people to come into the door? And how do you get people to the door?
The thing is, people look, especially in the States and stuff like that, because of how saturated we are in terms of like when it comes to anime and all stuff. We tend to look for the more popular setting of an anime, right? Like, let's say it was 2 years back, people would be like, on My Hero Academia, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, you can't. I feel like if we're gonna open up an anime shop, there's no way you can really just do just straight up dedicated Gundam. Of course, Gundam is on the table, but at the same time, you gotta bring in other people that, just they know other animes as well. You want to bring in like other things that's in there, like statues and all stuff, like Fullmetal Alchemist statues, Naruto statues, and all stuff. So pretty much it's a generalized anime shop that serves it's a coffee shop too.
Yeah. Or we can do some. Well, this would require a significant amount more of real estate, for a shop. But some sort of an art decor showing setting where you can where some of the biggest artists can have some of their Gunpla featured in the area. Hey, J-Chan, how you doing? Thank you for the lurk, sir. But where you can go and you could actually just view some of what other people are working on. Maybe they have a kit that's going to be on display there for a month or so, or something like that, where you can come by and you can see it behind a piece of glass and walk around and check some other things out. Because you want, Gunpla is one of those things where you want conversations to happen around them. Like it's you want there to be something to talk about. If you just have a building section, most people may not talk to each other because they're actually going to be busy building, or something to that effect. So you want to kind of bring a community aspect to it. So I think that a display piece where people actually walk up to, gather around, say something about it, talk about it, I think it would help, bring the community just together in general.
Yeah, that's a good. That would make sense too. And like I said, mentioned earlier, there definitely there is Gundam too, but the thing about model kits in general and stuff like that, right? There's so many of them in the scene. People build Dragon Ball kits nowadays, Digimons too, right? So bringing in their own, bringing those in and appreciating other animes
Yeah.
as well in terms of model kits, like, you can really fit that because if we just talk this straight up 100% Gundam and all stuff, now the other half would not know even about it.
Right. Exactly.
So,
and I think that there should be some really unique foods in the cafe as well. That's also going to bring people in. We need to have a very unique menu that would, you know what I mean? It's going to have to cause people, even if they don't know Gundams, they got to know some sort of something that's there that they know that they can get there that's delicious. So that way word of mouth gets out. Maybe Gundams don't get talked about a whole lot, but have you tried, so-and-so, or have you tried the what-you-call-it over there? You have to try it, it's really good. You know what I mean? And that can also get people who are unrelated to Gundams through the door.
yeah. So, looks like Comic Pod made a really good point about making these anime gunpla shops too, because
Yep.
It's kind of like the weight of the finances that comes with it as well, like that.
Yeah.
Because if you're not pulling in the revenue from all these buys and all stuff,
Yeah.
then you're definitely gonna be like stuck for sure.
Yeah. But I
Even,
see.
like-
Here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that one, sponsorships. Okay. Because I would like it to see if there was a way to where we can centralize our streaming around the business as well. Our streaming represents the business that we do, right? So we do have sponsorships and other ties into the community that would allow us to liquidate the pricing that we're going to lose on that front, because we're not going to be able to get around paying what Kami's talking about. Right? But we can find ways to keep the customer from having to see that cost. So if we do it like that, or if we have other sources of revenue where the food may be generating a source of revenue, that way we can offset the actual cost of the kit itself.
True.
If it makes sense, if the numbers make sense, because I'm only speaking, hypotheticals obviously, but
Right.
If it works, I would like to find a way to potentially eat those costs a little bit on my end in order to make sure that the experience for the customer is exactly what we want it to be. Let's see. Networked NA Gundam Cafe would have a warehouse which orders from Bandai and then ships out itself, aka the cafes. Interesting.
The cafes. So with that point of warehouse and cafe, that means it has to be a location talk then. At that point, because obviously having a bigger store allows you to not only have a warehouse for Gundams, which you obviously selling merchandise, which is Gundam model kits and other
Right.
model kits. Well, it's like that. While selling foods is like two-way revenue. So now it's like what you said. If food is good, then it will make its money by itself. Which will be the downside cost of buying model kits a month through contracts and all that stuff, which Comic Paul was also talking about.
Yeah.
So if both of them do work in unison, then definitely the revenue will actually show.
Yeah, definitely. And and there's a lot of importers in the business where we can actually get some imported kits in and have those in stock in the store too. A small selection of just a few kits that you just can't get anywhere else. Anywhere else, you know what I mean? And maybe those ones will have a markup on them. True enough, that being as rare as they are and probably as much as shipping as it would be for those exclusive items probably would end up being pretty hefty. But I think that it would be worth it because it's one more thing that you have to have in the store that nobody else has. If you have a small collection of unknown kits that you just can't get anywhere else, that'll get people just to come by and take a look. Yeah, definitely. Food businesses don't make profits for the first 3 to 5 years and have a huge fail rate. Yeah, definitely.
Now, see, the thing about if we were just right, so for example, if we were gonna do it in Garden Grove, right? You know,
Yeah.
where a lot of Asians reside. And I say Asians because
Yeah.
that's usually what hits a lot of like people that watch anime. It's like that huge portion of them live there. So if the location can be done there,
It would have to
then
be.
also- yeah. If
It would. Yeah.
So you know, having stuff done there in terms of food too, because the thing about Asians here and like them, they love pastries.
Yeah.
They love small foods, right? All those finger foods and all that stuff. So like having food there definitely does work with those sort of population. And I'm not saying just typically just Asians too, because technically a lot of foods here nowadays that I've seen in most shops around are like boba shops and things like that. So having something like, because that's why I brought up a cafe shop in the first place, because that's what usually the target's for. It's those people.
Yeah. Right.
And they watch anime despite that they try to deny it. They watch it. They know it.
Now
So-
add in food business. Yeah. And then it says the Canadian Gundam has a warehouse, sells only Bandai kits mainly. I think it's like $2,500 for rent plus like $35 to $50K a month for kits. It's rather successful, it seems, and it has a large stock. Yeah. So yes, exactly. So we can't have a warehouse, but like, so if you're gonna do a cafe though, yes, exactly. Small treats and drinks while building, exactly. And the cool thing about that is that it would have to be in an area that you're talking about, right in Garden Grove, where we can actually pull that demographic in, you know, in being in one of those areas. Because if you start the business anywhere else, it probably would fail. The first store has to be in that location before the second store would have to expand to any other area that we would consider would be outside of that demographic, because we just need that foot traffic to come in the door to begin with.
Yep. Now, theoretically, if there was a second store to happen, I would probably choose LA.
Yep. Yeah.
LA's population of I checked them too. They have so many gunpla builders in LA. That's crazy. I checked it out too, and actually one of the expos was out there a year and a half back.
Really?
And there was actually that's where I got most of my expo stuff there from,
Oh.
because Bluefin was sponsoring it. So, no, but seriously though, like they do guns and stuff there, and not only that too, Anaheim Convention Center in here, technically I live in Anaheim, so yeah, the convention center also did like a gunpla thing or an expo also a year and a half back as well. So they're like a tightly knit schedule at the time when they did all this.
Okay.
And yeah, despite the whole COVID thing that was going on too, people were like packed in there. I can't like it took me like an hour and something minutes just to get in. And it was long lines and all that stuff. But it was something though. Dude, like, it's crazy. There's so many freaking gunpla builders out there.
Yeah, you know what? I think it would be good. I think that would be a good spot. I think that another thing is that inviting some of the community out to maybe host an event where they can, instead of having a Twitch audience, right? Instead of doing a Twitch audience, maybe inside of the cafe there's kind of like a concert-esque, where you have a stage where the builder can maybe build something or maybe talk on stage about something, you know what I mean? That kind of a thing in the community. Maybe, talk to the audience, maybe answer questions while he builds a kit there for a little bit. Maybe be there to give away some kits, kind of just, be there as a presence in the community to, bring more people in and have some events like that there would be cool.
Yeah. Which is why typically we have expos in this place, because it forms a gathering place when typically no one would actually come to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So having that there and obviously having our presence there to obviously introduce the community about what we have presented and all that stuff, and a store dedicated for these people that typically do this at home. Like obviously what you can do after your build, you're gonna have a light snack or you're gonna do something for a break. So technically we doing this is almost a service for them as well.
Yeah.
And it's also a place to, what you said, communicate, talk about hobbies and all that stuff. Like, it's a perfect environment for all these people that typically do this at home.
Mm-hmm. You'd have a warehouse off-site, small at first, basically storage. Get a small cafe space and start mall, so you'd have small income loss, maybe 100K cost first year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely doable. I think that really, honestly, the best thing, the key thing about it is going to be location and where it opens up first. Because we're going to need that demographic for that foot traffic.
Yep.
Online site to sell kits.
Yeah, just to pick up on the purchase and all that stuff, we can probably do like first week discount sales and all that stuff. Just to pull people in, because especially living in Cali, it's like, who doesn't love freaking discounts? Especially all these shops are doing it already.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, Rolex Plus, they're doing 10th year anniversaries with their sale. I was like, these other small shops are doing like 10 to 15%, and they do this on a daily. It's like, so definitely having some type of promotion would definitely help on the first week as well.
Definitely. Let's see. There we go.
So yeah, if anything, it's like that. I'm probably thinking, because technically going to like school and all stuff, I'll definitely be taking like asking my friend, and she's a super good baker as well.
Yeah.
And she loves anime at the same time. It's like, I've seen the stuff she did. She did like a Sailor Moon cupcake.
Yeah, see,
So
having stuff like that would just be so nice to have.
I've talked to this person before. I actually worked for her, and I was thinking because I was talking to her about opening up a cafe. I was telling her she wants to be a partner, and she's like, do bakeries and all that stuff. So this could be a thing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 100%. Yeah, it can absolutely be a thing. I think that, what if it was, okay, so maybe, let's see, monthly build events and stuff would be a given. Yeah, definitely. What if what if it wasn't just a Gundam cafe, okay? What if it consisted of things from that era? 90s anime as a whole.
Are you talking about like cultured retro anime?
Yeah. But I mean, Gundam can definitely be the center, right? As what we mainly sell, but as a side treat, like your friend making pastries like Sailor Moon, other kinds of things that are also in the store that would also be of that era, of that esque. So that way the demographic isn't just model kits, Gundams, because that is even more niche. Then you begin to really narrow down your audience. So yeah, like a Playmo cafe, like what Kami is saying. So we could have like model kits of all different kinds. 30-minute missions will be there. Maybe if they have Sailor Moon, Attack on Titans, I mean, you name it, it'll be all of those, Playmo items. And other items in the shop, such as like the pastries and things like that, can also be of the like of those things.
Yeah.
And it would pull a lot more people in.
Yeah, I think that would be completely ideal and something like that, because obviously, who doesn't really enjoy the old 90s anime? Or even older than that, actually, too.
Yeah.
Because Gundam was back in the 70s.
Yeah.
So,
Gundam goes back pretty far. It goes back really, really far.
40 years, yeah.
And so, I mean, but what you have to do is you have to, Gunpla basically, so 30mm, etc. Yeah, exactly. So basically, but what you want to do is you want to capture the glow period, right? So you want to capture the glow period of Gundam and anime as a whole. And to me, nothing signifies that more than when Gundam started to come into the States, because that's when it started to broaden its reach. And that was right around the time that Sailor Moon and Seed was coming up, and Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, Big O, you name it. All these animes were just swimming in that space, you know, and we didn't have a lot of animes at the time. All we had, what was on G4 TV, maybe what was on Toonami, you know, a couple of other things like that.
Aniplex and all that.
Yeah. So we were very limited, right? But usually when you talk to people on how they got started on anime, it usually always comes down to one of those names being mentioned: Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, something along that sort here. You know, everybody finds a home in how they started anime in those shows, in that era, in that time period. And they're just classics. They're timeless classics.
Yeah, for this to really start grabbing the attention, like populations of all of anime, by every single angle, I think posting things for a couple months before the actual launch is extremely important, right? So
Yeah.
like promoting the store, like pretty much blogging about like, the progress of what it's gonna look like, the concept, it's like that, or even like the message of how the store is gonna be developed and why it was developed in the first place. So
Entrance. Yeah, the cafe would need a small display section for kits done by staff or patrons. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. So there would be a small display section where even like either staff or somebody who's built Gundams, or even some, you know, maybe we had a community member that came down to give away kits. Maybe he had a kit that was specifically he built to have on display here, you know, or something along those lines. You know, maybe we can feature a new artist. You know what I mean? Like, instead of an open mic night, we can have an open stand. You know what I mean? Like an open stand night where, you know, artists from all over can, you know, have the opportunity to submit and enter, like, let's say a contest, and see who wants to have their kit displayed here for the next month, or, you know, or something like that. I mean, there are so many different creative ways that we can do to get the community involved, to get content creators involved, and just get people involved in sharing that activity together as a whole.
especially right now, where Cali's going through a period where we have a sharp decrease. I mean, there's still COVID, obviously, regarding that, but we're having a sharp decrease of COVID cases and all stuff. So things are opening back as per usual, as how it should be.
Yeah.
It's like that, like where people would start eating in again. It's like that. Yeah, definitely opening up at least getting the opportunity to open up a place like this where
Yeah.
people can both enjoy foods and anime, because anime is super huge now in Cali by far. So it's like this is like the perfect plan to execute this.
Yeah. I think, I mean, we have it. We're right in that area. We have a lot of things that we need in order to get it started, really.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think most of it is just capital. Capital. Let's see.
Yeah, I think we tried doing see, I don't want to sound so, but I think trying to start an Indiegogo or something like this, it's like that, by the community. If we get funds for this, it could happen. I think it could happen.
Yeah, you know what? I honestly do think you're right about that. There have been some businesses that have been, you know, funded by the community that are literally up and running and exist today. I specifically, you know, I want to make sure that we are happy with what we're making, and most importantly, you know, you have to make sure that you're happy with what you're doing, but at the same time, you also have a community that also needs to be pleased with what you're doing here as well, because it seems like there is a lot to uphold when it comes to doing anything underneath the name and attaching Gundams to it to begin with. So there is a certain level of expectation that's going to come with operating a business like that. There's just going to be there's going to be a level of critique right off the back that's going to come for anything that we do or don't do, or do or don't have. So it's going to be a hard space to step into.
I definitely know that, because obviously, because we're in Cali too, there's a lot of shops here right now, especially in Garden Grove. section and Anaheim, and in the Fullerton area as well, right? People would definitely ask, like, what's so different about your place that I can go here instead, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, people would know, like, obviously, okay, we're doing a cafe, but it's more than just a cafe in Gundam or just any anime plot models there are.
Yeah.
There's definitely things that we're doing here that, like I mentioned before, right? The masters like having a community gathering and all that stuff. Well, it acts like a lounge area for people to rest and build Gundams at the same time, which
Yeah.
typically you cannot do in a regular shop, because all you do is browse and buy. So having that sense of leniency to relax, do your things while there's another person next to the table as you are talking about the same thing, while you guys get together and just talk and have like snacks and all that stuff. It creates, it definitely does create that scene where hey, hey, let's go grab some food, let's go build some guns together, and we can talk about all these things.
Yep. And then you have to consider the fact that we need to consider opening in an area where we do see a lot of Gunpla coming from. We have to find an area here specifically in California where we see a lot of those content creators, because we just need them to show up. And in order for them to show up to a business that they've never been before, it needs to be close enough.
Yeah, I'd start with online sites to start. Yeah, agreed and all. Definitely, that's something that I would probably work with if I were having any partners in the whole culinary scene and all that stuff. Like I mentioned, that one girl that was working on the bakeries and all that stuff, I can definitely talk to her about that. At Sailor Moon, it's if you look, I'm not sure you've seen those other shops before, like it's like that, but like those apparel shops that they have in those outlets and stuff, they sell like anime clothing and all that stuff. I think it was primitive clothing, right? So something like that, right? They're very cultured in the anime aspect and stuff like that. Pretty much what people vibe with these days.
Yeah, I mean, I dig it all the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like the idea of being an online seller. I personally, I like the idea of being able to get kits into people's hands and just be open about just seeing people happy about it, just be happy with the community, what you're doing. If you're building, if you're just coming to get a pastry and sit down and just be in the atmosphere, whatever it is, if you're looking to get whatever it is that you need out of that trip, it'd be pretty cool. 21.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You have to be an anime lover, right? As I said, there's people that would rather enjoy going to a cafe and all that stuff, which is why it's readily available and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, if the quality is there, definitely people will come back for it, even if they don't like anime. But it was like what you said, it does come with the atmosphere, the setting of it.
Yeah, definitely.
So
2 and 1.
I definitely know there's people like that too. Some people that I've seen, my friend used to work at one of these like bakery shops called 85 Degrees. It's like that, and you would have close relatives or regulars coming in. It's like that. They'll tell them like, hey, honestly, I don't really like the bakeries, but the coffee here is great, right? So which obviously brings up the whole point of like you don't like to have like the atmosphere that you're in, so long as you like the quality of the stuff that we have. So there's gonna be people like that. There's gonna be critiques that happen like that, and it's totally fine. You know, if we can work to improve it, that's great. But at the same time, we cannot change the message of what we're trying to send.
Right. Exactly. 1%. Let's see here.
Yeah. Otherwise, the one thing that we're trying to tell the community is like that will be definitely altered, and people won't know what to understand about it. Yep. See, the thing is, Kamippa, I've worked at 3 different locations for bakeries and boba shops and like that, and I've been like manager for all 3 of them. So so the thing is about menus and all that stuff. I think I kind of have the gist of what people like here in terms of like targeting, it's like that. So it should work out. Now, if it comes down to, how we get the quality stuff from to make these things, that's a separate question, right? Because personally, I don't know how, here it's like that how people would get their materials to make these drinks like that. It's like if you're like talking about like boba drinks, right? There's other like certain purveyors that provide these things fresh or, or just processed. So it kind of depends on what we're looking at here. Because if we're talking about quality, obviously it's gonna cost, crazy money as well. But if the revenue's good, then we can definitely go towards. So it just kind of depends on that area too. So kind of having 2 storefronts for both Gunpla and Cafe, it's gotta depend on, where we're gonna get our venues from, things like that.
Yeah.
Our vendors. Yeah, definitely we have to research our food vendors, stuff like that, if it's gonna go towards that route. Which, like I said, I don't mind me and the other person to work on that storefront, things like that. Well, we have another partner working in the Gunpla or model kit section of the store. So having experts in different departments, things like that, of the store does actually influence the shop. Especially if someone knows more Gundam than I do. I'll definitely have them there, by respect.
Yeah. And I think that it's important to always hire builders in the community. I think that it should be a really good focus for the business, because it ensures that the entire experience is guided by people who love what it is that we're trying to share.
Right. Yeah.
It makes it really hard to convey that we are a business of that sort if our employees are not of like mind.
Like, if we were to talk about a simple thing like, oh, do you know where the RX-78 is at? And they don't even know what that is.
Right.
And it's the most simplest, it's the one thing that really made Gundam, and they don't know how to answer that question.
Or not only that, but what about the difference between 2 different types of RX-78s?
Exactly. So we're talking about the product. We're talking about product models,
which makes me a bad fit from the start.
Yep.
He said, "Yep."
We will work on that. We'll work on that, Quicks.
He said, "Yep." Just so casually and so right off the bat. Just, "Yep." That's it.
We will work on that. We will work on that.
I'm not really too sure how I feel about the lack of hesitation in that answer, because it was just fast.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I was more like trying to generalize it. I was like,
or account knowledge, yes.
Yeah, so I wasn't really thinking about like the whole like specified towards you. I was more like generalizing the idea.
Yeah,
but
no,
like
Kami's right. Kami's right about specific employees and hiring them for their skills rather than just because they build. Because I think that it's let me rephrase what I'm saying. Customer facing jobs should be builders. Definitely. Jobs like what Kami's talking about, account management and things like that, or silent investors, things like that of that nature, do not have to be a builder. Do not have to be a builder. Obviously, how a business runs and it succeeds, we're going to need to acquire some knowledge in other areas that maybe Gunpla builders just don't have that expertise. So, yeah. I agree with that. I have to change that statement.
Yeah. But yeah, so that we don't leave any misunderstandings here. It's like that about what I just said.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I got you. You think I'm Gundam stupid. I got it.
Wait, hold on. Hold on here.
You said,
That
hold
was
on
a
here.
misunderstanding, man.
No, it's no misunderstanding. You said yeah so fast. You can't cover that up now.
I meant on the generalized term. I wasn't specific.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, let's be perfectly honest. I did say that I was not the best builder, despite my knowledge of Gundam a bit, right? Which in a sense, most people say like it kind of counteracts your argument, like that, right? If people say like, oh, if I was gonna tell myself I'm a true fan of Gundam, that's an overstatement on my part, because I've never did anything that would be considered bizarre in the Gundam community. Like, for instance, like I did mention like how other places like Korea, they already done, Gundam cafes already, and these guys spend money, huge money, on building these guys too. Even the owners, right?
Yeah, right.
So like those guys, I would say that they're above me, no doubt. So like obviously like kind of to correct myself too is like, sure, despite my knowledge and stuff, when it comes to the financial aspect of it, I'm nowhere near these guys.
Yeah, right.
When it comes to building, so I'm not that great either. I'm pretty sure Gundam Miami is way better than I am. And the thing is, because his how financially influenced he is as well in that aspect, and how he has those views to kind of put him onto that spot, definitely does help him better. So
yeah.
So that's the thing that I'm trying to say. It's like that. The only reason I'm here on Twitch is that I want to share that passion too.
Yeah.
In my own way, even if it's not the grandest way possible, in terms of like spending thousands of dollars on one build.
Yeah, that is true. Cause yeah, definitely. So maybe so basically what you're saying is that it may not necessarily, they just don't need to be Gundam experts, right?
Yeah. No, we don't have to, because that's the thing about Gunpla or just by mangas in general is like we all start from the bottom, and the way how we respond to what we already possess in terms of influence and stuff, that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no elites here in this chat.
Mm-hmm.
There's no elites. Everyone starts from somewhere.
Yeah.
Like anyway, I think I build more high grades than I ever will master grades perfect grade. It's only because
definitely.
it's just me. I just like it that way.
I have definitely built a lot of high grades. Most of my collection is definitely high grades, although I do have. I'm starting to notice because what I did is that I reorganized my Gunpla, so I have a shelf. So on the top shelf is all my master grades or like really large real grades, right? And I also have a perfect grade up there and a mega kit up there. And then on the next shelf down, I have all my high grades and real grades, normal size, and then to the right of that, I have all the SDs. I'm starting to notice that I have built a lot of MGs. A lot, yeah. I have built a few MGs. Yeah. Hey. Thank you. God dang. Thank you, Beans. Food just got here. Yeah.
I remembered what Gunpla Miami's chat was talking about in one of the discussion about Gunpla is freedom, right?
Model Masters? Wait, what is Model Masters, Kami?
I think it's just like expert gunpla, like expert model kit building.
Yeah. Oh, he's the term for the know-it-alls, I guess, or people that know a lot about it. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
I mean, that's cool if we get them in here, but like, is it essential to the point where you would be end up critiquing the customer the whole time about it, right? Because they know everything. It's like that. They have that sense of ego most of the time too. Not everyone, but there will have a sense of ego. Like, oh, why did you just get those?
Right, and that's the thing. Like, there can't be any bashing of any particular kit. We can't have anybody saying, hey, don't buy this kit, buy this one. Whatever somebody wants to come in for, let them have that experience, because it is what it is, right? I mean, you build a kit, it may not be a good kit, it's still a kit, and everybody's experience that they get out of that kit is different. It doesn't matter whether or not the hand falls off, or it doesn't matter if, you know, the knees don't stay on, or you know, or whatever the case may be. Honestly, at the end of the day, if you had fun and you want to build another one, that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Because the thing for me too, when I was learning how to build and all stuff, is that I gotta learn how the hard way about the faulty model kits. If it wasn't for those, I wouldn't know how to selectively look about what Gundams or what model kit I want to build. So obviously, sometimes having one bad experience will make all your other experience better.
I don't like what my avatar is doing while I'm eating food. This has got to be the most awkward fucking thing I've ever seen. Like, it's genuinely biting and eating, and then when I chew, it does this weird neck thing.
See that? Kami Play said something that's overly true for me too.
Mm-hmm.
If you really have a bad kit, you have so many opportunities to make it better.
Yeah, there's nothing you can't do to fix it, technically.
Yeah.
You just have to be willing to fix it.
Exactly. Now, if for example, this kit has so much, nub marks on it, what can you do about it? You can sand it up, put putties between the parts, do something so you can actually make it look more, fixed up, refreshing to look at. It's like that. You can paint it up. You can put new parts on it if you want to. Like, do something with it. If you don't like the way it looks.
Or even if they don't, it's still okay, right? Yeah. I mean, the whole point is that it's their kit, it's not yours. So even if they didn't want to clean up the nub marks, even if they wanted it showing everywhere, if that's the way that they wanted it, let them be.
Yeah, and just to sell out, if they don't like what it looks like and they want to do something about it, they can come back to the shop and buy supplies.
Yes.
We'll show them around. Buy anything they need.
Yes, we need God hands in the store. We need God.
Having a God hand vendor will.
We need a God hand vendor.
Yeah, I was talking about that. Having a God hand vendor would definitely help. Dude, okay, I'm telling you right now. If we get a God hand sponsor for the shop, that's gonna be huge.
It would be nice.
Yeah. If we get both Bluefin and God Hand to be on the same table with us, they'll be huge for the shop on a financial aspect, because we're bringing quality stuff.
Oh, so do you want the inside of the store to be like Apple Store-esque, or what kind of a look would you go for?
If I end up doing that, if we end up doing that, it's gonna kind of dissociate the shop a bit from the actual audience, because if we get a store that's like that, with a cafe to it, everything's gonna feel isolated and disconnected.
So what kind of look would you go for?
Because simply, God hands are so popular, right? The price tag doesn't really is a little bit too much for it too.
Right.
So for people that are starting out, it's like that. There's no way they can get their hands on just a God hand like just right away, right? They gotta know how to do these things.
Mm-hmm.
First off, let's say we're working with a new customer, right? That doesn't even know how to do model kits. How are we gonna present any of these merchandise to them without selling them a huge price tag? Because the whole point is that we're not supposed to cast them away. We're supposed to get them to get into it.
Right. And that's exactly the reason why I would like to find a way to have other aspects of revenue offset the cost of the price markup, because that, the price markup ultimately leaves a taste in builders' mouths. And half of the reason why none of these builders are out going to stores and buying kits from these stores is because of the markup. It's because,
exactly.
they're supporting these businesses that are online and they're thriving, and they are thriving probably better than some local stores would. And I think that also goes back down to how much you're willing to pay for the kit itself.
Exactly. So let's get, for example, let's go ahead and throw a okay, for example, let's go throw in my RX-7. Right? Let's say that's like a regular model kit. That costs $12, right? Typically, if you're gonna go to a store, they need to kind of upsell just to obviously make some profit like that. So if we're gonna throw in a $12 model kit, what would be your price tag on it?
Well, let's say so. It's normally $12.
It's normally $12. I bought it for flat 12.
I would like to get it as close to $12 as humanly possible.
Gotcha.
But you know that cost. Obviously, that cost is going to be hard to mark up in all of the shipping, right? So you're gonna. It's going to be hard to reach that dollar amount. But as close as humanly possible that you can get to it without ruining the business, right?
Yeah.
I think that there's a way. Like I walked into the store the other day and there was an MG Justice on the shelf for $106. Why? That kit normally goes for like $53 online. There's no reason you shouldn't walk into a store and have to pay that much for that kit.
I had the same problem with that with the P Bandais in my store that I go to, which, you know, it's funny. I found the same real grade that I got from Anime Expo, and that guess how much they're selling that for? I bought mine for $35. That's how much they're selling theirs.
How much?
What? $149.
Oh my God! See,
that's $111 markup.
And see, and that's where you can see a company is only trying to make their profit, and they don't necessarily care about who's buying the kit, where it's going. You know what I mean? That's the disconnect in the business right there. You know, because I feel like getting that price as close as it is to kit price is about the best thing that you can do as a Gunpla business to show that you care about the community without advertising it all over the place. You know, as soon as they walk into a business, as soon as they see what the prices that they're paying for, they're going to know whether or not they're in the right place or not. But at first, our online store is not going to be able to have that opportunity. I mean, unfortunately, the online store, if that's the way it were to start to begin with, it probably would have to have a markup just because of the fact that since that's the only way that the business will start, and that's the only way that it's going to start making money to begin with, we're not going to be able to eat that cost up front.
What do you think, Comic Plus? So, do you think could we sell for like starter model kit builder? Do like sort of like a pack, like a mystery pack sale, which obviously has, you know, $20 kits, $10 neppers, $10 sanders, and $2 mark. Could you think we can do that? It could be like any $20, right? It's the whole other mystery thing. And mostly people are curious about mystery box, like how people like doing anime crate.
And sandpaper. We need to have. There needs to be some sandpaper in there.
Yeah. He was talking about having sanding in too. Since it's also part of God.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's how you said $10 sand.
Oh yeah, dude, I got like really nice like God hand sanders, dude. Like look at these sticks right here. What is it? So you can see that. Like, these sanding sticks right here.
And see that looks like something that we can make in-house, because let's stop and think about it. What is the difference between a God hand sander like that and something that you can make in-house? What is the real big difference?
Pretty much like a resin stick. Because technically that's what it is.
I mean, it's really the quality of the grain. It's the quality of the grain in the sandpaper, really. The quality of the sanding paper and the grit and how controlled it is, and the quality of that grit is what makes the God hand sander God hand versus a Home Depot sanding block, right? Yeah. So if we can find a place to source high quality sanding material and sticks, we don't necessarily need a God hand supplier for that. We can just make sure that we offer something that's comparable to what God hand would have.
Yeah.
And that what that allows us to do is that allows us to stick our branding on the package. That way we keep more profit in the store. That way, would it really be, Kami?
Yeah, it would be cheaper to get from God Hand. Because think about it, because we are, like, I remember I talked about sponsorship, it's like that. The things that they sell us is like that, or give us, essentially, based on contracts, would be essentially, you know, if not free, to, you know, cheaper prices to, you know, buy in caters, it's like that, like boxes wise. And the thing is, because we're selling them individually, we can have those prices individually. It's like going to Costco. It's like going to Costco, right? It's like essentially like that.
Right.
So we buy it by cases, and we sell them by individual pricing. So let's just say we buy $2,000 worth of God Hand sandings, right?
Yeah.
Let's say that. If we were to sell each sanding boxes, because if you look at the ones I have right now, these ones right here, these actually sell for $12.99 retail price, even online as well. Now, if we bought it for $2,000, and we have 200 to 300 units of these, right? So if you look at the prices between 200, 300 times $12.99,
Right.
We're literally looking at like more than that. I think let me go look at the price for everyone. Let's gotta do the multiplying and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and let's see if we can actually do something like that.
Okay.
Because depending on what price it is, it's like that. It's by how many units we would like in a
Right.
Typically, because in a shop you don't want to carry two of those, because standing is one thing, but Monica is another. You want to like kind of like break down how much like sanding, because you typically like in the shop you only need like 300 sanding products, because they don't really sell as much as do than kits. So at least I was told at the shop as well. Let's say we were buying 300 sanding sticks, right? Let's look at their typical pricing point was like $1,500. So if we're selling 300 units for $12.99, and we're buying for $1,500, we're literally making an $1,800 profit
Per ship. Okay.
and yeah, and this is regarding like, you know, how much we're gonna pay for shipping as well, because shipping could be like, you know, $200, $200 to $300. It really depends on how the price is too.
And
There's
if
also
there, and you mean to tell me if there was a local seller that we could find that was more local than that had all the necessary materials that we would need to produce it in-house, we would probably see an upward profit of $2,400 to $3,000 without having to pay the cost that it would take for an entirely different company to make the product, package it, ship it all the way to us from very, very far away.
Yep.
You
because
know,
if we find a way to create these sticks, and we find someone to ship it, which is obviously local, it's like that, we can definitely offset the whole, like, you know, the shipping costs and the taxes and all that stuff too, because it's not overseas.
right.
Which is typically a lot of places do here, because they have so many houses.
I mean, I don't specifically know the logistics, so I don't even know if that would work specifically, or if it would be better to manufacture that kind of stuff in-house. But I really do think that it would help to have our name on packaging, because that means that more money ultimately falls back onto us, and that allows us to allow the community to save more money in return, because that's what would help us keep the price of those kits down.
I think it's having startup products too. Obviously, it could go sour a bit, but that's the thing about community. They can always tell us the feedbacks and like what we can make things better and all stuff. Some people might even be experts in doing resin work, especially for the people that are doing like dioramas that use resin like pretty much 24/7.
Yep.
So obviously, knowing the materials and things like that, they can tell us something about that, and we can work on that too. Well, that's the thing about startup products. They never go good at first, but obviously having a good direction is always important.
Yeah. But I see that the thing about it is that we don't have to start the product right away, right? We can use God Hand as a supplier while we wait to get our product right first, because we already know what a good product looks like already. So we don't need to do the trial and error. We just need to make sure that when we source the material, we're sourcing it from the right places to get good quality material, so that way we can make a good quality product. I mean, God Hand has done the research for us. On sanding sticks are not exactly something that we need to experiment with. We need to make sure that the sandpaper that we're getting to make these kind of sticks is going to be the quality that would be something that our builders can use.
Yeah.
And be more than just adequate. You know, it has to be something that, yeah, you know what, I will go to this store just to pick up these because they're decent. They actually work that good. Employees use them like normally. They should be that usable.
Should we set her? You can use God Hand branding. Oh, that's right. Are you talking about like a collab brand, like have a name on the products themselves?
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
a lot
So
of
yeah,
players do that. Like,
yeah,
so like I was mentioning earlier, like how there's a lot of like Bandai did something with Primitive and all stuff to get those products out
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. No, he's absolutely right about that. Kami's right. So yeah. So yeah. I mean, if they're definitely willing to do a partnership with our branding, but once again, the background cost. What is it? What is the cost versus potentially self-manufacturing, or what is the cost? What does it mean to the community? What does the community want to see more? Does the community want to see a product that we can make ourselves in-house, or do they want a product where they see more collaboration with companies like Godhand? Because that also says something in itself.
Yeah, because essentially, if it also sells, because essentially, what's happening is, if God Hand is pretty much using our logo, our branding logo, to make money, it's like that because obviously people know the influence that we did with the shop and all that stuff. Typically, that's how it works. We pretty much get a percentage of the sales on it.
Right.
Yeah, okay, so something like that. Exactly, because usually people don't even mind it because there's also branding on it.
Yeah.
It's like you could. It's like so essentially like for example for McDonald's, right? Why do people not just get a quarter pounder instead of getting the Travis Scott? But
Yeah.
simply the same thing, but it's because people would rather pay for the name.
Yeah, and not only that, but you know, we have to remember that we are in an area where, you know, people are very set in their ways at this point on preference in this community as far as what products they want to use, what labels they want to see on those products, what they consider to be anything less than acceptable. You know, God Hands seem to be a one-stop shop for the nipper to buy, you know? And that name carries in the community everywhere. So, even if we did have a product with our own name on it, even if it was good, God Hand is still mentioned everywhere. You know what I mean? So, and everybody's gonna want to be able to get a God Hand product, period, just because any builder that they talk to is most likely going to recommend a God Hand product to them. At some point, it's gonna come up in discussion.
That's like you can never go wrong with a God Hand either. So, yeah, it would just make sense. It's like that. Yeah, I'm telling you, too quick, dude. I think we can actually pull. Knowing how big. Pretty much, I know I keep talking about like Asians like that, but like it's just they're big, huge, like builders here. It's like that. I know there's like, the Hispanic community as well that also builds too. That which I've seen the forums and all that stuff. But like we definitely have a big following here. It's just that not people are allowed, like, they're not upfront about it, than they are on the internet.
That's very true. I mean, it definitely isn't one of those hobbies where people, and even then, outside of our community, how are we looked at for building model kits? Really? Oh, you play with toys, or oh, you do this, or you do that. So that in itself, it doesn't make us really want to speak up and say, hey, this is what I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so in that respect, it doesn't get talked about a lot. It doesn't really, it's not really mentioned a lot outside of the circles that we travel in. But I do think it is a good idea. I think it would be something to look into. But I just want to have the community involved. There's got to be some sort of community aspect to coming together and enjoying it, and just being able to do more than online shop, and more than just Twitch.
Oh god, I messed up.
Uh-oh.
No, I just placed this thing wrong.
Oh.
God. Sturdy model kit, like coming out.
That's not?
Fuck. Yeah, it's this thing right here.
Oh, I clicked over to his stream. Display is a new upcomer, and their 3.0 nipper is cheaper and just as good as the Godhand SP120s. The $100 ones. Okay. Most Tender chicks said it was cool when you talking about. It was cool.
It's like that one instance of like. Dude, no. It's like literally that one instance of saying like, "Hey, do you want to see my big collection of Pokemon cards?"
Yo.
It's like that.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Oh, he said it was cool what you talking about. Oh man. I don't even know why they decided to make this hand out of 3 pieces, but like every other hand I've built has been 2 pieces. Like at the very least. And it's a fist, no less. So they didn't even need to make a fist out of this many pieces. They just needed to make a fist. Oh no. Wait, hold on. Why did they do this? Wait. Is this it? Is that how? Oh. It's just maddening. Let's see this thing. Jesus. Okay.
But yeah, just talking about that again, it's like that, like, if this was a projected project that we would like to make it happen, definitely in, like, honestly, give or take 2, 3, 4 years to really make it kind of a reality. It's like that. It could be like early as like now, it's like that, but obviously just the mental aspect of it, and then like, how anyone else is exposed to this idea about it, it's like that, where we're not ready for it.
Yeah. Let me see.
Thing is, we had to end up actually putting out forums and stuff, letting everyone know, like, hey, we have this project going on. It's like that, and we hopefully everyone actually supports and all that stuff.
I say I'm a model for model photographer, and they asked if they want to see my work. And then you just pull out the Gundams. I say,
Jesus, dude.
so you basically, you be catfishing them until they get to the house. You don't catfish them with your appearance. You catfish them. Hey, I'm a model. You want to come back to the house and see my pictures? No, I didn't say I'm a model. I said I'm a model builder, girl. Look. Oh my gosh. See. Okay, that's built. That's built. This. Yep, made the shoulder. Just right here.
Yeah, low-key though, that is pretty catfished.
It really is though.
Or you can literally tell a girl like, hey, honestly, I'm a professional builder. And she'll just assume that you build houses for a living. Take her to your place and all you do is build Gundams. Like, no, I'm a professional builder and that's it. Just Gunpla building.
You just get to the house and act like everything's normal. And then when she start asking questions, you just be like, you know what this was. Come on in here.
You know you got yourself into.
Come on in here. Come on in here. You come get the Jesta.
The first thing she sees is the weaved out posters that you have. What is it? Like, welcome to my freaking manhole.
Yo, Ben, thank you so much for the raid, man. How was that stream of yours? Did you have fun? Hey, wait, did you stream twice today, Ben? Was that twice? You are a machine, sir.
But yeah, now Kami, you made a point though. Yeah, if each friend has $4,000 to start with, like that, yeah, we can definitely start a capital. And then it builds from there. Then once we have the revenue to open.
Ooh. Hey, Noel, thank you so much for the follow. Did Vin feed you well today, or is he about to? You're not sick today from eating the tasty food? Okay, go. How are you guys doing tonight? How was the stream? I still can't believe you guys streamed twice today. At least that's what I saw. I know that you were enjoying some wonderful drinks earlier today. Oh, how did it turn out? You were, I know that you said that you were going to try streaming some new games this morning. You said, something different. Something on the PS5 or something like that, I think. Maybe? I could be wrong about that one. What do you think the name of the cafe would be called? Everworks?
A good name would be called. You know what? It wouldn't be just up to me. If I were to have something, I would probably say it already. It's like that. But obviously, if these, because now that we're talking about new concepts, shops like that, it's a little bit altered. So I don't know. I think it would be up to like obviously the if we were like talking about business, that it will be up to like kind of us than rather just me. So I don't know. I think we can come up with one in the next couple of hours or days. And it's like that. We'll probably just talk. We'll have a discussion on top of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I wouldn't know what's a really good name to really start a good message.
Streaming on the PS5. Are you trying to play that new Resident Evil, sir? Are you interested in playing the scary games? I kind of want to play that game. I played Biohazard, and my sister has it upstairs on VR. Oh, it's gonna scare me. Ooh. I can't even begin to think of a name that I would call that. Actually, I can't think of one. Um, trying to think of something clever.
What do you think, Connor? You think I should fix my camera a bit so I can actually get a bit closer to the actual build? But I usually move my hand, I kind of retract it a lot too. It's like that. So, I don't know. It's kind of neat. Like, yeah, 1000%. Yeah, definitely. It's like that. I was like trying to like move things around. It's like that. So I didn't really know a good position or not and all. So kind of need some opinions and all stuff. Because before I did kind of have it right on my side, and it was like shooting at an angle rather than straight, like that. So, unless I put it back to way how it was, which was at an angle and shooting on like the right side. But still, typically you can still see the hand and all that stuff, parts. But I was like today, I was like trying to see if I can change it
I
up
don't
a
know.
bit.
I
And try
like
to get,
playing
like, a
new
screenshot.
games. To be honest, I usually wait for them to go on sale. Oh, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good one. But you know what? If a game goes on sale too early, that means it has such bad reception. That is the only thing
I guess I
about
can
that.
do that. Yeah, I can do it like right now.
Honestly, I've been having a really hard time with like playing new games, just because I don't know. Games have really gotten. It's really hard for me to find a game where I can just really just dig into it, like the way I used to.
How's this angle?
I don't know.
It is raised like that, but it's still playing down.
Hey, you go on to yes, go to bed. You streamed twice today, sir. Good night. There's no more talking to be done. Have a good night, sir.
Okay, so 2 quick. It looks like on the stream earlier, it doesn't feel like I'll really move my hands much, or my motion on my hands is appearing on the screen.
Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah, so it looks like I had to kind of raise it a bit, so and my hands actually working because it looks like it's actually working off screen.
Yeah, and then and you'll have to work with your hands on the table too. I have to remember to do that sometimes. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, so you think this is better here? Like you can actually see all this?
Yeah, it's definitely better.
I feel like I need to get more focused and like probably magnify like one.
Let's see this one here.
Move it closer to you? Yeah, I can probably do that too. The thing is, it's actually because I'm using my S tool. It's actually a tripod, so like it doesn't have like a forward view. But I'll see if I can actually focus on it. Give me 1 second.
Does that tripod allow you to get more of an overhead shot?
I can honestly, I can probably get it. It's like that, but like I said, it's more focused. If I can get it to like kind of zoom in a bit, because if I can get it to zoom in where like you can see the actual parts clearly, that'll be awesome too. Because the thing is, it's not like one of like those crane tripods. It's like that.
You also have to remember, okay, so you see how you have this thing in your set here that says Gunpla made in Japan?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's taking up screen real estate. So it does look good there, but you're building, so that being in frame and where your hands work, it's causing your hands it's causing your hands to be off center.
Gotcha. Okay.
So your hands are in shot and I can see what you're building, but you're way at the top of the frame.
So yeah, it definitely needs to be a little bit closer now. Unless I switch my Logitech camera, which I'm currently seeing on my face cam, and use that instead.
Yeah,
I
you
use my
could do that.
S21 for my face cam. Because technically I can do that because I'm using OBS Ninja for the broadcasting.
Yeah.
So here, what if this works here? Let's go ahead and switch this out real quick. Let me go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see here. Put this in here. Come on. Yeah, you just have to play with a few settings. You'll get it to. You'll find a spot that really works for you eventually.
Yeah. Because before, actually, I was working on this. It's like that camera angle. I got the Logitech camera to actually be in the center, shooting down right here, and then I was just full size my my resolution on the camera on stream. So essentially, it's gotta look like this if I only CPU it. So you see that right there, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
like
I can't
that.
see that.
Yeah, so I was doing that right there.
Got you. Okay.
And then I will flip the other camera. Let's see here. Where's the other camera? Gotta find the other camera real quick. Gotta see where the other camera's at.
See here.
Because I just full screen this one, so I gotta fix the other camera now.
Here we go. Got that up. Perfect. Let's see here.
Yeah, so yeah, there's like that thing too, because the S21 is literally sitting at 120 hertz as well. 100, yeah, it's 120 hertz at 72, megapixels. So it was a really good camera quality camera. The only problem is the tripod is literally sitting on the ground on the table at that straight angle. So there's that.
Yeah.
So definitely I gotta probably work on that. Unless now I work on trying to get that what is it? I gotta fix that camera real quick. Gotta fix this thing now. But yeah, it's like we said, like I'll probably definitely get it right. It's like that. That's what I was kind of thinking of, like getting a 4K camera. It was like $200. Like, okay, let me go ahead and fix this one real quick. Oh wait.
Let's see. Send this down. Send this down.
Lower that guy real quick. Just that guy. So yeah. Let's see what I can do here. Like I said, like I think my only choice to really get a focus on it, rather than trying to switch the camera angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick.
Okay. Let's see here.
Shit. One angle away. Hold on.
There we go. That's better. All right, so let's see here, here, and here. Very good.
So how's this now right here? It's a little bit zoomed in.
Let me check. That does look a lot better. It's more zoomed in. Yeah.
For sure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
God, thank God for the newer phones, megapixels and frame hertz. Definitely, if I were to have an iPhone, it would not be the same. It will not keep up with the motion. Face cam top right. Yeah, for sure, I can do that. Yeah. I think it's just the angle of the camera too now. Is this better or? And make it smaller too, right? Wait, I should probably make it smaller. Book is at the bottom. Alright, cool. Got that. Or it's out of the screen too, right? I can also do that.
Kami the Stream Doctor, here to save the day.
Oh no, he's giving me some good tips too. It works out.
Yeah. He's helped me a couple times too.
Horizontal, flip the source. How do you actually flip the source actually?
You can. What are you trying to do?
Because you said vertical and horizontal flip the source.
Yeah. So what you do is you can right-click your camera. Like make sure your camera's highlighted red, right, with the red outline around it, and then right-click it, and then go to transform, and then it should say flip horizontally or flip vertically, one of the two.
Like that. Oh, it needs both. Something like that. And clicks on the bottom. Click on myself. Need to point down more. Okay. Do that. Yeah. Okay. We'll go ahead and pull up the cam for a bit until we get it right.
They're short sabers. I don't know why they're so short. Why don't you drop?
Alright, he says it's good.
He says you're ready now.
Tommy
Now-
Flows is giving me good fortune right now.
Now all you have to do is just close your OBS tonight and hope that when you don't come in the morning, all your settings aren't changed. Because it happens all the time.
Okay, yeah, that should be better. That's crazy. I did not know that camera was able to do that.
What, flip?
Like flip like that, so we actually get like a few.
Yeah. So that's my camera right now. If you look at my stream, my camera is actually upside down. It's flipped 180. 180 degrees. So that way it looks like everything's this way instead of upside down.
Camera does need to be adjusted, but this. Yeah, I will definitely be adjusting it. I appreciate your assistance, sure.
This thing needs to stop falling out of my hand.
This is crazy, dude. I learned new things.
Yeah, no, definitely. If you're gonna be up tonight when we're done streaming, let's go over a few things because I found a few things too that might help you set up that camera.
You'll be able to tell how.
Yeah.
Tell by using something.
Yeah, he's right.
It's like sort of like a friend.
Yeah, and so what you basically are gonna do is like tonight, you'll put a model right where you want the center of your camera to be pointing at. And then you'll basically leave that model there and you're gonna play with the camera until you get that model right in the perfect shot that you want it to be in.
It's crazy, dude. I find out more on this than I do on the freaking YouTube tutorial.
No, it's a trial and error process because you have to remember, you're dealing with a different type of Twitch stream. You're dealing with two cameras.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, and he's right. An HD size box would be perfect to give you a good idea of how much should be in frame. It's about the right size.
Yeah, because technically my phone camera is like on the top side rather than in the middle. Obviously, like camera back then. Everything's like on the top left now. So like there's a certain angle of like how it is and all stuff. So it's using a phone camera.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, it would be nice if the camera was shooting top down at a straight. It'll look good. But since it's shooting at an angle, to work the angle. I don't know. I'll probably go ahead and keep.
Yeah, I have like you have no idea like what it's taking to get this shot in the stream right now. A lot like my Instagram pictures. There is some jankness going on behind the scenes in order to make this happen. 100%. But it's working. And it can't be just like knocked down super easily, but no one sneeze.
Okay, comment plus. So now that the angle is placed, do you think it's better to get it elevated more at its highest? Because this thing does go up to 46 inches of like, because the tripod's pretty long actually. It's like 48 inches. It's shooting at as you see, it's shooting at this angle here. So it's like very like angled but top down. Let's see here. Sure, yeah, do that. Okay, so yeah, it's already like kind of centered. Let's see here. So he's laying down on his back, centered. Try to get centered right now. Honestly, I think I will get a 4K camera for build cam. Yeah, let's see here. So we got that right there. And the book's right on the bottom. Should be good. So if the book would be kind of slide into the edge of the table first, you got the parts on the side, table right here. Honestly, this isn't looking that bad because the camera obviously is not in the way. My face cam is not in the way either. My build is literally right in the center as it should be. It's looking, yeah. This is not bad.
Hold on just a sec. Let me see something really quick.
Yeah, is it better to see the whole perspective of like the table? Because I can definitely keep changing it. It's just... I think I gotta work on my lighting too. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So it's like, so this is like the center. This is like the center. So you barely see like the edge of my hand. If I were to do it, it has to be like right up here, which is like on the opposite side of the table.
Go.
See, my lighting is a little bit distant right now, unless I can get it to plug in somewhere around the table. Honestly, I think I will do that. I do have a good place of lighting, too. Yeah. This is good. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and keep moving it up.
Let's see. What do I need?
So let's see here. So let's see here. If we're gonna work on. Okay, yeah, it's definitely. I think it's definitely the camera angle that's the issue right here. I kind of see it a bit now.
Let's see here. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, if I move closer, yeah, I'll definitely be. Think about it. Ooh, I think I might have an idea. Okay, so because it's sitting on a tripod, right, with 3 legs and all that stuff, obviously. What if I elevate the leg to the point where, like, instead of Reddy sitting on 3, the other leg will be sitting on the table. So actually,
I don't want to be an ass or anything, but how many legs does your tripod have again?
it's a 3 leg. Yeah, I'm just saying. No, the reason why I pointed that out because the 2 legs will be on the ground, while the other tripod will be sitting on the table. So the camera will be slightly more onto the table. So it'll have more of the angle, which is why I brought up like 3. I mean, 4 would be the same, but like 3. But yeah, so. But secondly, because like I said, all legs are, and the only way to get it really closer is if I do that method or get the whole tripod. And the thing is,
I gotta be honest with you. I threw away the tripod connected to my ring light because I could not get a tripod on the desk to work for the life of me. It was just so awkward.
Yeah, add weight support. Yeah, I could definitely do that. You know what? I could do that. Second, it's gonna be a lot of modifying right now. We're gonna pause the build real quick.
Yep. Just like that. That should do it. Let's see here.
See here. I'll be moving the table real quick, so let's
There we go.
What if I do this?
This goes in there just like that. Something like that. Let's see here. Almost done for the evening. I think I'm going to stop once I'm done with this on.
That's good. Okay, nice. Okay, so I kind of fixed something a bit with that. What happens is instead of like elevating to the point where the it will sit on the table, I just elevated to the back legs, so so it was leaned forward. Yeah, it is kind of like when I said this, I'm gonna go ahead and fix this because I found the angle where it should be like because this is how it should be. So this, I mean, raise one of the legs real quick. There you go. Yeah, it's not gonna fall because the legs actually have a grip system. So if you release them, you can elevate the legs, but once you tighten them up, they won't come off, or they won't like lose their position. Yeah, no, this is good. This is how it should be. Right. Yeah, that's it. I think I got what I needed. Alright, we're back in action again.
I'm gonna come check it out in just a sec. I want to see how it's looking. I didn't look specifically just to be surprised. Let's see.
I think most people say like you graduated from knowing how to angle your stuff.
Look, you did. Now here's the funny part. Now we're gonna see now we're gonna see how much that Easy 8 annoys you being right there.
Oh man. Actually, now I think about it, comic pod, did you actually see this build? Where is it? Yeah, I didn't even bother building the weapon in the box. I just gave it the MSG, Kotobuki, and minigun. That's it. Strap that guy in.
Let's see. This is it.
Yeah. Everything's looking good. Oh my god. This is so much better. It's so enlightening when you know something new.
Yeah, you're looking good over there, bud.
Yeah, I'll be definitely fixing the lighting after this too.
Yeah, it depends on what you want to do with the lighting.
I feel like it needs to be more at like the gunpla itself because it is from a distance next to my bed than it is like where the table's at where I'm streaming from. So
Yep. I saw. By the way, I just want to let you know I did see a ring light at Home Depot that has a mount for a cell phone camera to go in it with a ring light, all in one. It's like $16.
I saw my. I went to my local spot. They have like all in as well. I can check those out.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely having a ring light. Yeah, I was thinking, I'm like, see, at first I thought like, I didn't really need to bother with the lighting and all that stuff, but now, man, I was so wrong. It does make a whole lot different because like, the darker it is, the worse how your camera's gotta pick it up and stuff like that, and it's gotta drop in like frames.
I think that's
With
where
lower-
we're going to stop for the night, ladies and gentlemen. Kami, thank you so much for hanging out. Everybody in chat right now, lurking away, thank you so much for checking out my Jesta. We're going to be finishing this Jesta up next week. I'm going to be streaming again. Let's see, what's today? What is today? Today's the 11th, Tuesday. I'm going to be streaming again Thursday night, but on Thursday night, I am going to be building, let's see, come here, please and thank you. We're going to be starting this guy on Thursday. So, Sengoku Astray Gundam.
Let's go.
So, see you guys Friday. Thank you so much for hanging out. It was a pleasure having you with me. Be sure to follow Everworks if you guys want to see more Gundam building content. He's getting into making some custom paints, and he's even, pairing together some really unique weapons to go with his Easy 8 there. So feel free to check him out. Other than that, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Let's see if we have somebody to raid tonight. Let's raid you, sir. Let's raid you. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night.